is what you said?
Yes.
Man, there's no spell check on this thing.
I'm sure you'll need it.
Alright.
And then you also want. Okay, nice. You spelled Westerado wrong. Just letting you know.
Well, believe it or not, Westerado is not a real word. It is quite difficult to spell, but I got it. Gumi on the massive cope gang of Rune Goalie. Oh wait, Gumi, run Surge. I'm telling you, Surge is the meta on Rune Goalie, not Stacks. Stacks overrated.
It is an E instead of an I.
Okay, I just copy and pasted it. I'm supposed to spell quarters right.
There you go. You did
I
not
I
spell quarters right.
see that sounds more like it.
Winners quarters.
That's good enough, right?
Uh,
That's
no.
close. Yeah. Hold up.
Why did we let this guy stream?
They asked me.
Just for clarification, this guy doesn't even know how to use OBS.
I used OBS.
Okay,
I
I didn't know if you were available after us.
what was here?
Since when?
Uh,
They named me the #1 West Coast hater. It's not true.
That's right. You are the number 2 West Coast hater.
I was
Number
trying to get
one
my.
the number
No,
1 West Coast hater actually belongs to me. I hate to inform you.
I see. I want to change my name to #1 hater instead of #1 West Coast hater. Because I hate equally. I don't discriminate against West Coast.
You would be a hater.
I am. I can't deny it. I was like, we are in queue. I don't know if I should have said that. But
Yeah,
we are
yeah, they're just
ready.
waiting on Arcane.
Okay.
Probably washroom or something, or grabbing water or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So, Dad, what do you think they're gonna do with the Luna bands? Because I mean, it's obviously Luna band coming out from
Well,
the
if
side of
I'm
Westerado.
Gravity, I or not if I sorry, I wouldn't want to be you. If
Yes,
I'm
you would.
Twee, I would play Estelle because obviously that's what he plays. But I have no idea what Kone plays, but I could be crazy, but I thought it was Estelle. I could be wrong. Uh, Never mind. It looks like he is a goalie player.
Yeah, and we got Marco,
That only
Breads, and
plays Era
Remix.
goalie.
Who?
Kione.
Oh, really? He's the one that I'm
Yes,
not familiar with.
150 games on Era goalie.
I think, my prediction, I think we're expecting a 2-0 here. I think Marco, Breads, and Remix is actually a team that has the chance of winning it all. I think they are a really strong team. Especially, I mean, they make a good duo with Remix and Marco. They have the mid pressure, they have the brawler, and they have even more mid pressure if Bread's on the Estelle, which I've never seen because he's normally on the ping. So this will be interesting to watch.
I forgot to turn names back on, so I actually don't know who's on what character.
You can just turn it off and in the game, right? But
No,
anyways,
you cannot.
Twee is on
What?
Juno. Yeah, you can.
How?
You just go to settings.
You can't hit escape as spectator.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, let me just look at your stream.
Yeah, he is black magic. So I'll share my screen real quick.
Oh, thank
Sure,
you.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna.
we have a goal from Marco. I get a top score. I think when he's on the Julie, but I think more of his I think he's a good all rounder. I think most Julies have like a specific niche that they're like really good at, like scoring, like playing mid, like destroying people. And I think Marco strikes a really even balance in between.
Definitely can agree as he just puts one in the net. Very good start coming out. That's the second one of the game already. That is the Super Surge difference.
Yeah, I mean, he did what I was just talking about there. He won the core control in mid, and scored, and killed the goalie, all at the same time. The perfect showing of a well-rounded play. No, he is a bit low.
I am a massive fan of the crossover Super Surge. Well, I wouldn't say Super Surge, but I am a big fan of the crossover Unstoppable characters. I think they're very fun to play. And especially if you're playing into these types of like melee characters like X, you can basically just gate
Oh
them
my God.
as I speak, and he just puts another one in the net.
It's the Marco show. Marco's third goal of the game A little bit of the trainings here. Nothing out of the ordinary except missile propulsion era is a bit goofy. Also the era is in net, if that wasn't obvious already.
It is a pick of all time. Marco is getting very low this entire game, but Remix just puts one in the top.
Yeah, and this is a quick 4-0, you know. Of course, as Chui's teammate, you know, he was there absorbing my general knowledge, and I can't say I'm impressed by the performance he's putting on. And I think you play with someone for so long, they would get better at it.
It is a little suspect, but who can blame him? 100 ping, probably.
Yeah, he is on 100 ping, playing a character that he does not play ever. I think that is why the Juno pick comes in, and that is the 4th goal for Marco, 5th goal of the game, and that is going to be game 1 of this best of 3, I think.
Definitely a very fast game to open up. Before you put there's a queue, let me turn Dave's.
Yes, it is best of 3.
Good, good, good.
It's only winners final, losers semi, losers final, and grands that are best of 5.
Noted.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say I particularly like the era goalie, but have to understand that people have their comfort picks that they really only play. So
Yeah.
it is a pick in net for sure. As we appear to get on to our next game here.
See, the issue with the era has no anti stuff at all. You know, if era goalie is good at anything, it's being able to cover the whole net with her speed. But she has no real anti stuff. You kind of have to prevent it before it happens. Maybe hitting your bewitching beam on the Julie before she comes in. So that way you have a better chance, smaller hitbox, higher chance they miss. And here it is, the Arcane Chicken Dubu forward.
I am excited.
I think this could be the game changer.
I have reason to disagree, but
I don't know.
I'm sure this is going to be a game more than the last one.
I see the Arcane Chicken's actually gonna bring the anti stuff to Marco. Chui's gonna be winning the midfield on the Estelle. Oh, and he's playing Estelle goalie. It's Era Dubu. And he's dead. But Era Dubu is one of my favorite forward duos. And he's dead too. Wow. There's 2 deaths in 12 seconds and a goal. That's a lot of value in such a short amount of time. I think maybe this Marco remix of Bread's team has been undervalued a bit. Westerado is looking pretty good.
Hey, you can probably update the scoreboard.
Yeah, I just did it.
What? I didn't hear.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, the game's a little loud. I will say I can't say I particularly like the acrobatics era. I think Unstoppable might have been a bit more value here, as you have the remix dash and the Marco, kill power coming out. Remix dashes forward and puts that one right into the net.
Yeah, good setup from Remix. Using the ulti and the dash to kind of block all of his options. I will say, Acro on Era is not something we see very often. For good reason. It is not the best. See, Era's cooldowns are extremely long to the point where you'll never have 2 Era dashes up at once. It's better, way more value than something like Surge to get really good value out of your 1 dash instead of just having 2 of them.
Now, I do have to ask, do you prefer the acrobatics era to the eject button era? Which of those?
Tough choice. They both do have the ability to cast their dash twice. And I think eject button at least offers some semblance of mid control. Ooh, Marco finding the corner on Chui. Chui has there's 0 answers to Marco right now. He's not taking any damage, and he has free reign over mid and free reign inside the goal box. I mean, Marco is putting on a show.
And you know what's interesting to me? Chui did queue up as a 4 this game, so I'm assuming this was something that was done inside of the draft selection instead of a pre-planned thought.
No, I think
have Fiona go first.
I see.
Marco, once again,
Oh.
on the side, just stops me.
Are we gonna get a 10-0 here from Westerado?
You know what? I believe in Arcane Chicken to walk forward and stuff breads into the net.
Yeah.
That is my prediction right here. If Kone hopefully doesn't die.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh my god. 3 different strikes coming out. Chui cannot stop that. And that is going to be the end of winners' quarters. Westerado is gonna move on to the next round. And we are gonna move to our next match of the day. Which
That
is.
was. No, you're good. Mm-mm.
No, I mean, I literally don't know what the next match is. Hold up.
Oh.
I'll have to bracket it up.
I assumed you knew, so I was
No,
like, okay.
no, we have it's Luna Stars versus it is unknown currently. Currently, Global Positioning System and Taiga are both playing, and Global Positioning is winning right now. And that team is made up of Epi, Puffy, and Grimella. So, and then that's gonna be your Luna Stars. It should be a pretty good game. Global Positioning, does have 2 West Coast players and a Central for their team. Puffy's the one in the Central. Grimella and Epi both on the West Coast. And I think it's gonna be interesting to see Epi on the pin because I think Epi is a really strong goalie who, like, when you see him in tournaments sometimes, I feel like he makes the right plays mentally, but like it just isn't quick enough. And I think the ping should circumvent that. I think Epi might be the best goalie in the tournament.
Fuck. I wanted to try sniping the other match.
Oh, oh shit! I pressed leave
Oh, you
party.
left you.
Dude, why is it there?
What do you mean? Why is it there?
No, who put the leave party button there?
Yeah, who put the leave party button there?
I wanted to get SAO'd into the party. Actually, that's my
Well,
preferred.
I was attempting to snipe the other match, but I am going to assume we have missed them as somebody pressed the leave party button.
Don't know who did that. That person's probably quite goofy.
They probably also don't know how to use OBS.
Nah. Who lost 99-1 earlier? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Case
Well,
closed.
as we wait for this game to finish, I will say I'd assume global positioning system probably the more favored team to win out of those two.
Really?
Uh,
Are you talking about
Yeah,
against Taiga?
yes, against
yeah.
Taiga.
Okay.
I mean, it would be a huge upset because Taiga is 2 diamonds and a plat player.
That would be quite
Um,
the upset.
I will
pretty much all.
say I can assume Puffy is probably doing a bit of farming simulator
You
in
think
the game.
so? I
Puffy is known as the Drek guy.
He's known for the guy who picks weird Drek builds in my games, and it upsets me. You know,
Mm,
I am all for experimentation, but I do not think stacks heavy-handed Drek is the play.
uh, is that Puffy that picks that? I thought it was what was that one guy's name?
Am I wrong?
That No, it was it's that one guy on that one game you had him on split that you got really tilted, more tilted than you've ever gotten before on stream.
Yeah, I see. It's happened a lot in private when I'm playing my solo queue, true solo queue grind.
Mm, surely.
But so who do you think's taking the next game? You think Luna Star's gonna be able to win, or you think they're gonna be held back by Liari and her ping issues?
I think it's definitely going to be a definitive close game. I can imagine Salas can hold it down in net, especially on something like the Kai. If he's allowed to play it, that is the real question of what gets banned. Uh, I can't imagine. I'm not entirely too sure on what global positioning has up their sleeve, assuming they do win this match. Obviously, Puffy with the Drek, I can imagine they would not want to play against that because I definitely wouldn't if I don't have a Drek player. Fwop and Liari, not known Drek players.
Actually,
Uh,
Flop playing Drek today in my games on the other team.
really?
Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
Uh, So, I did go 0-7 in my solo queue games today.
Oh,
Though
okay.
it wasn't like he was kind of dying on repeat to my X, which is when your Drek should not be happening at all.
Mm-mm.
I think Drek kind of brings the work to you. And
Drek does kind of counter X. It is maybe X's worst matchup in the game.
yeah, it's pretty bad, but I think he was playing the spacing pretty wrong and was just kind of getting spaced out. And when he went in, he would just lose. He'd be chipped so much from like spin.
Yeah, the play for X when you are Drek is you walk up to him, you hit him, and you walk away until you have cooldowns to kill him. And I mean he's X, right? He has to run at you. So if you run the other way, it's not like he can hit you.
All right, so it's 2-0 for global positioning system.
GPS is moving on to the next round.
And it looks like we will get into that one hopefully soon. But I definitely do think this one will probably be a lot closer than the last match we watched. Maybe not even probably, most likely a guarantee. Um, but Luna Star's picks will definitely be something to look out for, especially with Larry on the 100 ping.
Yeah, actually, I think they're gonna. I think if I was GPS, I would ban the Juno because not only is it Liari's main, it's also gonna be her most comfortable pick going onto the ping. Her champs like Kai and Julie, who are two others, are a lot more difficult to play on the ping. In fact, maybe some of the hardest characters to play on the ping. So
And Larry is saying, "I will 1v9. It does not matter who I pick." What do you think about this, Greg?
I disagree. Hard disagree. In fact, I don't know if it's really going to work out. And also, with Flop there too, I don't really know what we're gonna expect. Flop is a brawler player, but Liari's two alternate characters, her Julie and her Kai. I mean, Kai can be a midfielder, and I guess that is normally his like the main role that they have. But I don't think it is going to happen. Like
Now, I
because Kai's a hard character to play on the ping. It's a strike war reliant character, and that's not what you want to play on a 100 ping.
I did see some talk here and there about a match for an Atlas forward pick. Whether or not that comes through in this match is to be seen, but I did see some talk about matching.
No Juno ban coming through seems like a bit of a misplay.
Yeah, I definitely would have taken Larry off of it, but it looks like they opt, from what I can tell, to go for the Kai ban instead, as Sal is
Oh,
picking the Dubu.
oh, they
I
have
would
their
have assumed he
own.
would have played Kai.
They have their own Juno
Luna
player.
Stars banned Drek and GBS banned Kai.
Okay. This is interesting. I'm wondering if this is really going to work out. Puffy Juno is not the best from what I've seen. You know, it seems a bit rough. That Puffy's definitely much better on the direct, but I actually don't know who his secondary character is.
I think it's actually Juno.
Interesting.
I remember playing. Obviously, I haven't played against Pumpkin in a decently long time, but I do remember seeing him on the Juno. Swap puts it one in with that nice little dash punch into the wind strike war.
No,
And
they already said she was gonna smurf, but I think it's Swap actually smurfing on him. Good plays.
double midfield. Gotta keep that ball away from Flop. Can't let him walk up and do that.
Yeah,
You
no,
have these types of characters.
really, really strong plays. You love to see it. And it seems like Puffy is kind of losing pretty hard in the midfield as Flop puts in the next one. Bottom pocket. Steppy not going to roll for it, even though he has acrobatics.
Yeah, that's definitely one that I do think Steady definitely should have gotten to, but could be nerves, could just be a warm-up game. All good. There's another one if you lose this one.
No, there's true. There's best of three, so, you know, if after you lose this game, you can't go to the adjustments. Of course, game's not over. Juno and Rune definitely spike a little bit harder in the late game. due to stuff like rapid fire hot shots. And I think late game they'll have more court control, but they kind of have to get there in the first place. And Larry right now is 1v2ing mid. Flop's just kind of sitting on top of the goalie, looking to get another one. Both saved by Steffi. And you know, Steffi's not really casting any ability buttons, it feels like. You think he's just confident in the strike, or maybe a bit of a misplay?
Looks like he's using his flop right there, but again, I'm not entirely sure if he had another flop there or wall, but definitely seems like if he did, could have used that to stop that stuff.
Yeah, maybe not there. He was whipping it out. I think the roll might have came out too early. But, it's hard to say. Of course, Flop is putting unrelenting pressure on the net. Liari is not giving up any presence in midfield. This game seems like kind of a stomp.
Yeah,
There's another
is.
one. Continuing the
Once
stomp.
again. And now Flop has actually another interesting Julie build. Unstoppable Stack Super Surge. What are we thinking about this one? As we are on Narrows, so Narrows very closed off map. Movement speed Julie, as Bells has said, is definitely a lot better. I know Bells very much likes to crossover on this.
Yeah, I think Stacks is the right move, but I don't know about Unstoppable. You're not really going to die until characters like Rune Juno, who offer no damage, and their only form of kill is Banish Pillar. Plus, with the trapezoids there, it's kind of hard. It's pretty rare to see like someone dies or something like Banish Pillar. So I think the Unstoppable can be replaced for another training, preferably heavy-handed, I believe. But I don't think Unstoppable is the worst thing that ever happened. A little bit of bonus movement speed.
As this game is going on, I don't even think it matters. Flop is just doing such a great job. Oh my god, and he just killed one out.
I mean, God, you wouldn't even know Salis is on this team. He's done nothing. And Flop gets the Pitta! And that is a 5-0 victory for game 1. L, Clown emote, and Angry Slime emote. A little bit of toxicity coming out from Luna Stars. Luna would definitely not approve. They are doing...
I said that this one would be a close match, but not looking like it from the score.
No, not even from the score, from the actual gameplay. It was a bit of a stomp.
You know, hopefully seeing some adjustments come out from the side of global positioning system, possibly taking that Juno out of the picture instead of the Kai, would most likely be very beneficial for them.
Yeah, I think GPS need the Juno. I think the Juno ban is the right move. I mean, I don't know how bad Puffy's other characters are, but it does not seem like the Juno is putting in the work. They have a Rune player. I mean, surely Puffy can play something like Julie, right? And the Kai is left up.
Assume so.
But not for Salis. Maybe for Salis.
This time, the possible Juno ban coming through, I'm going...
I don't think so.
Interesting. They do leave the Juno up, so I am more... I guess I'm just interested to see what type of adjustments come
I guess it was a
inside
Julie ban.
Global positioning system. I mean...
Whop is on the Asher.
I mean, they would... Salis would just pick Kai, though, no?
No, they hovered Kai at the start of the game.
Kuyachi, do you know the bans, or... No. I'm gonna assume
don't feel like that's done. So again, I think we're gonna see a bit of a repeat of last match. We are gonna hard win the midfield, the 1v2. It is a bit hard to score on home stretch on the Asher, but I think Flop is still gonna be able to do it when he gets enough opportunities.
Luna Star banned Kakar? I don't know about who GPS banned.
Ban.
Interesting. Definitely wasn't the Juno, though, as we do see this come out again. And looking at the comps, I mean, Flop is going to be kind of in La-La land for a lot of the match. Definitely not going to be able to touch the core.
No.
Like, almost ever, unless Larry feeds it directly to him.
A bit less mid-pressure than I had last match. The Stack, Julie was putting in pressure in the midfield, and Grim got to score their first game of the series. Putting in the work, winning the mid, using the Rune pillars pretty creatively to maneuver around Salis. And, of course, Salis wasn't ready for it. He didn't even have to play. He could have been AFK last game, and they still would have won 5-0. So, Salis trying to get his fingers warm, getting ready for the next shot. And Flop is feeling quite useless here.
Yeah, I definitely would have opted mainly more instead of the crossover here. Definitely go for some of this.
Epi! What a play! Zones him off. Just sits on it. Getting creative with it.
Definitely held the ball in the corner. Might need to look into the rules of it. As he just keeps it there. Doesn't really do anything with it, but definitely the right play. Rune killer from your own teammate right in front of you. You don't necessarily want to hit it. Has that hot shot. Make it zoom and swap. Get real dangerous up inside of them in front of the net. Steppy hanging on for dear life.
Oh, maybe we were wrong. I think that Julie Band seems to be doing a lot. Flop is not being effective here at all, but Epi just does not get the strike off at all. I mean, it is unfortunate. It does go through the Dubu wall. It happens, but he still had plenty of time to get a strike, maybe strike up into another clear up. Seems like a bit of a oversight.
And, speaking of hot shot, I've looked at the trainings, and we have 5 hot shots in this game.
And that is how a Mega Striker should be. Infinite core speed. Effie cannot react to it, and that makes the score 2-1. The core is 2. It is 2. You would think this is overtime with how fast the core is moving, but nah. We are just 2 minutes in to this game, and they're not even max level yet. What happens when they hit that?
You're definitely going to see the core go at the speed of sound this game from almost every single ability except Swap, which is going to be delightful to try to keep track of. The Swap dribbling to himself, puts the shield up, tries to get through, doesn't. But, yeah, I'm excited. As Larry on the 100 ping redirects that one off the little home stretch wall into the net. And good goal coming out from the side of Luna Stars.
Yeah, no, they were having a rough start to this game. They seemed to found their mojo. Liari is now winning mid, and Flop is putting in the opportunities that he is given, which is like one. Yeah, he's doing his best. It is a bit difficult for home stretch, but it doesn't feel like Flop's getting the core at all. Sailors getting locked in the animation of Dubu Log, but able to save it with a roll.
Ooh, and Flop getting a little dangerous, close to the edge is Steppy. Flop's there, trying to stop the without it.
Wait,
what?
What the fuck? Maybe a bit of ping diff on our side, but that guy is not even remotely good.
I definitely disagree with that one.
That is a one for the ages for sure.
Swab still standing in the front of the net. I can't say I agree with it, but hey, you take those. You take any of them. Give it to you for free as Salas. Ooh, a bit of an unfortunate 2v1 there as Puffy hits it into the top shelf. Getting one for his team, making this game 4-2. Possibly a comeback coming. Definitely need to if they want to have a shot in this series. Jeez Louise, the core is going fast.
Yeah, wondering if GPS is gonna be able to make the comeback. All you need is a little bit of luck, and there it is. Somehow finds a gap between Liari and Salas, making the game 4-3. One more goal to tie it all up.
Yeah, and Puffy doing a great job of hitting it into these angles where Salas definitely might have a chance if he rolls, but the core is just going so fast. It is definitely incredibly difficult to react to, as I'm even losing track of it right now, just trying to watch.
Yeah, it's hard. Imagine trying to press the buttons on the plate too, but Flop's gonna put it in. 5-3. That's going to advance Luna Stars into the winners finals. And let's see if the result of last game's going. Larry getting MVP that game. Of course, she did well, though not the hard carry that she said she was going to do. Flop was putting in work. Game 1. Game 2, though. Outside the last goal, Flop was putting work. Larry doing a great job keeping up the mid pressure against Rune Juno, which is quite difficult to do.
Yeah, and definitely a very difficult situation as a goalie playing Dubu with 5 hotshots in the game. I mean, everything is simply going to zoom. Like, it is so hard to react to, especially on such a slow character. I mean, my brain cannot keep up with it, which is why I love a Estelle goalie instead. I cannot play the Dubu with the core speed right now. It is too fast.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's Now, honestly, I like the strat going triple hot shot. I think there's some value in this. This is BO5? No, it's BO3. It's the winner semis.
Mm-mm.
It's
It is
Chiachi, can we get
BO3.
Chiachi, can we get
BO3.
confirmation that this is BO3 before me and Daff look stupid?
I'm not. This isn't top 4 though. Is it? No, it's not top 4.
This isn't top 4 though. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no, it is. No, it's not.
It's not top 4. Not top 4 for
It's not.
tournament placing.
No. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We haven't gotten word from Chiachi yet. She might be too busy watching Smash.
No.
Happens.
Top 4 should be winners finals, losers semis, losers final, and
Yeah.
grands.
Yeah, that's top 4. Top
Yeah,
4 starts
yeah,
in
yeah.
loser semis. Because you don't secure top 4 placement in this match.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because you get sent down to quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Which
This is
all
not
the way back there.
Yeah, not how top 4 works in tournaments.
Fortunately not. We are queued up for the other match. If we manage to snipe them.
That would be
which
great.
is Demons Raw and Westerado. I have the code in for them.
Who do you have winning? And Demon's Ride is the 1 seed in the whole tournament. The Westerado put on quite the performance in that first series that we saw.
Now, I would be lying if I said that I think Westerado is going to win it. I think Demons Raw kind of, in terms of player level, has a little bit of an advantage. Plus, also the fact that Marco is not West. Full team of West players who are known for actually, competing in tournaments. They have a decent list of placings. So definitely been together longer as a team.
Yeah, that's true. Their team literally causing one of the biggest tournament issues in history by just simply existing. Yes, they are actually the reason West Coast Whammy partly exists. As West Coast and East Coast do not get along very well.
No, we do not. We have a bit of a history that goes back about a month.
Dates back since the 1900s. Them West
It
Coasters.
does date back to the 1900s when the big battle of orbits and Laughing Kings commenced.
Back in the day, back when Ginger Pop was a player of this game.
Back when all of Laughing Kings was a player in this game.
Back when anyone played this game. In fact, it was a while ago, years ago even.
Years ago.
But here we are. I am, happy that the West Coast tournaments are popping because, when I first heard about the West Coast tournaments, I didn't think they would be too popular. That was my initial guess on the scene.
I think you have to think about it as a place that West Coast players can come now and play against other West Coast players without really thinking too hard, because I know there have been a few pickup teams and such for for this specific tournament where people have just said, "Hey, you want to play?" And I think that it's great that there's a place where they can play against people on decent ping.
Yeah, no, true. I could not agree more. And of course, they do have the West Coast server, which has been invaded by the East Coast. I mean, it's not even West Coast anymore, if you really think about it.
Yeah, it is. It has been taken over, but to their credit, there is more West Coast people in there.
Apparently, Westerado won game 1.
Oh, look at that.
Interesting.
That's what I was going to say. Or maybe I did say.
You did stop queuing us, so I hope we did not miss the second game.
I did not say that.
Mm-mm.
But I think the thing is, Gumi is playing Rune goalie supposedly, so they're down a whole entire player in a 3v2. And if Marco's lagging a lot, he's like 2.5 of a player. But you saw that first series. I don't think Marco was lagging. Marco was giving him the work.
He was he was giving him the work like your fridge is refrigerating right now.
That's really funny is that the stream cannot hear the fridge.
It is funny to hear it in here but not on there. And Marco is apparently west, by the way.
Interesting. Apparently it's 1-1.
Okay, Marco is
1-1.
west.
Okay.
I'm happy to Gumi
Wait,
5
oh,
separate
okay, never mind.
messages. They're
They
established.
just reported the whole series at the end there.
Oh.
Yeah, it is 2-1 Demons Raw.
Demons Raw winning the
pulling
series.
it out.
I think maybe they stopped playing the Rune goalie, and that's why they took 2 games.
Hmm.
Just a conspiracy theory. But anyways, we are in winners finals. Demons Raw versus Luna's Stars. And now, who do you have winning this one, Daft? This is the 1 seed versus the 2 seed.
Now, granted, I think we all thought we might get to this position.
Yeah.
Definitely was my prediction. One of these two going to win the tournament. Not that that's a hot take or anything, but I would personally say that Demons Raw definitely having the ping advantage in this match. But then again, we've obviously matches have shown that that simply doesn't matter, as Luna Stars uh, making a resounding win against Global Positioning System.
Yep.
So again, it could be a toss up, but I do believe that Demons Raw definitely play together more as a team, and they are like the West team. So definitely going to be an interesting matchup to look into.
Yeah, I agree. And no, I do think Demons Raw are gonna ban the Juno this time.
I
Not
would
only
like to think Juno gets banned.
yeah, like not only do we not have a Juno player, Juno hard counters Rune goalie, especially Gumi's Rune goalie, who pretty much sits in the other goal box more than his own. So it could get a bit tricky for them if Juno is left up. When Juno's not left up, I mean, again, another hot shot user is good. You know, the already does play Rune herself a bit. I haven't seen it in a while, and of course, the character is a bit hard to play on the ping. But I think it could be a good pick into the Rune goalie if it does come out.
Definitely cannot imagine Larry picking Grun on 100 ping. But you know, you can never say never.
Yeah, it's not going to be the most unheard of thing, as Gumi did it not even 30 minutes ago, or an hour ago, in my game. So maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe the champ is easy to play on high ping, unlike the Juno. I'm telling you.
Unlike the Juno.
Unlike the Juno.
Maybe you're just a bad player in high ping.
Nope. I am him on high ping. Look at the elo. This is what happens.
You simply lose every single game you play on high ping.
Yeah, a bit. That's okay, guys. I'm doing better. A bit better.
We are searching. I'm not too sure if we're just waiting on.
Yeah,
stuff to go
I dropped a
down.
lot on this account, Gumi. It's okay. My main's a little bit better now. I'm at 30. I'm still at 3169, which is nice. I was playing a lot of X today, and I did not win a lot today. In fact, I don't know if I did win today. I won like a game with Daft.
We won 2 games, I think, but we
Yeah.
only played 4. So
Yeah.
as we get into this match.
Ooh, gotta sit up in my chair. And Gumi playing something that isn't that isn't Rune goalie. Always nice to see.
Yeah, Gumi seems like he does want to win, but no! Gumi
Oh
chooses
no.
no. I do not want to win today, and does pick the Rune goalie. And there's a Drek pick on the field. The Juliet era into Drek Estelle does seem like a bit of a grief. By a bit, I mean I cannot think of a worse comp to be played into Drakestel. Era and Julie have no survivability into Drakestel. They're going to pump damage into them, and they can't do anything about it. Their only hope is winning this early game, using the Rune forward to create extra forward pressure, and hopefully not lose mid. Of course, we are going to be on center stage, so it's going to be a bit more difficult to win mid for them. But I mean, and also, Liari is a bit rough on the Estelle, but I think overall, I think this is one of the best options, and I think their comp is really bad off. A 3Z.
Oh.
Putting it in within 7 seconds. As I was saying, the win condition in this game is to win the early game. If Drek and Estelle are allowed to scale to level 10 and they do not have a significant lead, the game will be over.
Yeah, definitely a very quick goal coming out from 3Z as we kind of get started into this match as 3Z picks up the kill onto Flop there. Definitely was a bit of a built different diff with that one. Built different definitely helps you secure a lot of those kills as he puts it into the net as he dashes up and does it anyways.
They're easy putting another one in. 2-0. This game is looking like quite the stomp. Again, Drek and Estelle do have to hit level 10 to actually be relevant this game, but they are levels 1 and 2. A bit behind the 3Z's level 4 and Naka's level 3.
And you know what? A lot of it is just them not really working very well together. They gotta have Flop pick up these kills as he's just kind of standing around on the field. Looking a little lost right now. Tries to put one in himself. But yeah, Estelle definitely gives you the damage.
Oh, 3Z!
The ult into the double kill dash. Naka trying to find this pass to 3Z.
Oh,
3Z
3Z couldn't
fumbling the
shot.
bag a little. Salas clearing it. 3Z just living in them and kills Dallas.
Oh, now Salas is dead. 3Z killing the whole entire team. I mean, this is just 3Z's game. The other players are there, I guess, but 3Z puts in another 3 goals, 3 KOs, and that is going to be quite the performance.
Yeah, and Flop and Larry fumbling a bit on this Estelle Drek pick. They gotta really just focus their damage on someone as Flop is using cooldowns on 3Z while Larry's shooting knockouts. They really gotta get this together to keep this game alive. 3Z's just living inside of their net.
Their only hope is killing 3Z, getting that extra experience that comes from killing a higher level opponent, but it seems like it might not be able to happen. 3Z is cracked, and Estelle is going to pick it up. You know, and much better on Drek, but Estelle also gets the value of hitting prime time.
This definitely is not gonna get them. A little close to scoring one there with that tornado, but they really just gotta coordinate the damage onto the players of Raw.
Ooh, Sailor's kind of a demon on the thing, defending off the 3-on-1 earlier, but Sailor is not going to be there as 3Z puts in his 4th goal, maybe looking for the Pinta.
Yeah, and a bit of unfortunate Larry hitting that one right back into the Rune Orb, allowing 3Z to stuff that one in. It happens. Definitely a bit of a hot shot. Oh, he doesn't even have hot shot. He actually has stacks. But man, did that Rune Orb make me think it was hot shot.
And
3Z
here it is.
the Penta.
A
Just
Penta.
like we were talking about. Hitting
Yeah.
that one in with the ult.
Man, a second 5-0 turbo stomp of the game. And of course, if you're going to play with Drek Estelle comp, you cannot lose the early game that hard. The early game is a bit rough. And like, if you're not able to play the early game like that, it's going to be a bit rough.
Yeah, and it's definitely a lot harder when there are blue orbs on the field, right? Because you have to like get the damage on and kill them, or at least crack them as much as like possible before that first orb, right? Because otherwise they could just like sit in a position to get hit into the orb, or just do what 3Z did early and just kill you on the orb with that Juliet dash punch.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what do you think the adjustment is here? I don't even know what was banned last time.
Juno for one of them, for sure. The other, I
Correct.
do not know.
Actually, sorry, X. X was one of the bands.
X was one of the bands. Interesting. Do you know what side band that?
Luna Stars.
Luna
Luna
Stars.
Stars.
You know,
Interesting.
3Z's
don't-
main is X. For the record.
Really?
Yes. But I'm wondering if that's really the move. This Julie kind of dominated them. But see, I guess I do see the X band because they were playing Era X. But it seems like this is not going to be the case. Was it Era band? I guess.
I would have to assume so this game if Naka just isn't.
Yeah,
gonna play it.
Araban.
This is an Era band. Naka on the Kai. I mean, literally the exact same champ as Era, except he doesn't have buffing capabilities and has a little more stuffing skills. And they're both people who rely heavily on speed. And I think most Era players do play Kai.
You know, seeing the adjustment coming out from Luna Stars, no longer sticking with the Drekastel, which definitely could say probably a better adjustment. But
Yeah, yeah, I can get
they
behind
were
that.
going to get the X, you know, if they were going to give the X out this game, I would have opted back into it. I mean, Drek completely rolls X, as he really cannot deal with the up close situations. As Flop gets banished and everyone misses all of their cooldowns on him.
Banish helping Flop more than it's hurting him. I do like the Kai. Maybe Liara can do a little more, but then again, Kai is a really hard character to play on the ping. You're so reliant on winning strike wars to do anything, and winning a strike war on 100 ping is far from easy.
Yeah, it's definitely very difficult, and I can imagine that Gumi probably going to get a lot of value out of the. Oh,
Wow.
I
And
shouldn't
look
have
at
opened my mouth.
yeah, look at that. Their goalie is literally not inside the net. I don't even know what happened there. He didn't have TP up, I guess.
Oh, scoreboard.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not entirely sure of anything that just happened there, but bit of a downside of the Rune goalie is 3Z just goes right into Flop, absolutely smacking the crap.
Yeah.
It's not getting a little close to the edge there, almost dies. 3Z getting a little low in net. Oh my! How that one didn't go in, I don't know.
Yeah, good. Sam's an absolute wall in the ping. I mean, you never
Oh
get
my
to
God,
see the
he
West
is.
Coast players on their ping, but when they are, he's an absolute menace.
He is sitting, living a spot, punches 3Z into the net. Alright, losing that strike war, pinged it. Ooh, just barely missing that 4. Spot finds that kill, and Mayari.
Ooh, alright.
Bit of a shot placement, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Both members of Luna Stars are pretty damn low. Could get a little crazy in this goal here.
Yeah.
Steals Salas at 14.
Salas is holding his team together. I mean, he is probably doubled, maybe even tripled Gumi's saves. I mean, they keep on like. There's no attack pressure coming out from Luna Stars,
Yeah, it's definitely all.
and the key piece is
Definitely
down.
The glue is gone.
Oh, what do you get when you got no glue? Oh, he's back though.
He's here to stay.
Oh,
he's back
and the
on.
glue
He's back
is
on.
gone. The glue has gotten dry. If it's sticky, not it lost its sticking power. That's why you need Gorilla Glue. Sponsor of the no, we don't have sponsors.
The only sponsor we have is like not really.
No sticky substance is sponsoring this tournament yet.
Yet.
Gorilla Glue's out there. I know it. Look for new sponsors. And oh, Sailor's putting up the wall
Regardless.
again.
Are here.
Look at this. Might need to pick up Salus as he is an absolute rock solid until that. But I mean, of course, Salus is using all of his cooldowns, getting no help from his other two forwards. I mean, this feels like a 1v3.
Yeah, Sayla is definitely left alone in his net, fighting for his life. He's doing the best that he can. He has the wealth fed to try and not get murdered by X. He has the acrobatics and the build different. All of this stuff coming with
Oh!
by the kill on Gumi.
Gumi.
Naka sitting. Oh my God.
Oh, Salus, kind of bamboozling himself, but really well played. But Yari, I believe the Giga Blast. To
Yes,
put that
the
in.
Giga Blast manages to find that past 3Z and Gumi. Puts it right in the net. And Rune, once again, not in the net.
Yep, there's a common theme for the goals that they are getting scored on. It is with Gumi not being in net and Salus. Like, I mean, this guy's this is the best player in the tournament. I take it back.
He
That's
cursed
just,
him.
I've cursed him like 3 times. I think all 3 of the goals
Yeah,
are
you just-
actually my fault.
You just need to like
Oops.
don't you can like compliment him in your head.
In my head, hey, Sales, all you need to know is internally, I think you're an absolute beast. But
There we
until then, there needs to be some sort of mid-pressure winning. We are getting hard dips, and Flop puts it past Gloomy, stuck in the banish animation. The other big issue with Rune is that boy's ult animation is like 4 seconds long. I mean, it CCs you.
Yeah, you definitely got to use it very, 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 very proactively. You can't really, I mean, it is quite like a stealth beam where, you need to use it before they get up and close to you because if you start blocking that animation, it's Breezy using the goal arc buff. Absolutely murdered Flop.
Now we are in the late game. This is where we're going to see Rune struggle a bit. Goomy's probably going to start mispositioning because, like, you can only go so fast, but if Breezy puts in one more, it could be game 2 with BO5.
Yeah. And the Flop coming out, I'm not entirely sure how that one didn't hit the core, but managed to slip past Salas. And we are in a game point situation as Goomy getting a little crazy with the banishes there. Almost lets that one go in. But he
Owen, missed hit from Liari as that one is the last one to go in. 5-3, a single game off from being pushed into grands.
Ooh. Definitely a bit of an unfortunate situation there. I can't entirely say that I think that one was Liari's fault, as I think Larry got stunned out of the strike animation.
Yeah. I guess that's probably what happened back. I really feel like she had the time.
Well, when X is, beating the living shit out of you with his ult, it is slightly hard to hit things.
Yeah, it does give you the fear factor that it instills. And again, I wonder if what adjustment's gonna go. I feel like they had the adjustment that time, but like, man, Liari just cannot win mid. And of course, she is on 100 ping, and she is not on her main. So kind of double debuffed, but that should make a buff. 2 negatives always making a positive in every scenario. So I'm wondering if he can do anything about that.
Yeah, definitely a very tough situation. Now, if I was on high ping, I would not want to be playing the midfield. And definitely would prefer playing up front, playing maybe like a brawler or something, just to make my life easier. It is definitely a lot harder to play core control and try and score when you are on high ping. And I have played a decent amount of matches in EU just to practice playing high ping, and also because I think playing over there is fun sometimes. But definitely can say prefer the characters with big hitboxes and very brain off gameplay.
Yeah, I agree because mid requires you to win strike wars, which on 100 ping is just so difficult. I mean,
Yeah, there's only so much positioning you can do to help you win those until you just
Yeah.
simply just get ping diff and lose.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of midfield is about setting up your best way to win the strike war. And when you're playing on 100 ping, you're always at that disadvantage. But of course, that comes with the territory of the West Coast Whammy. As the name definitely implies, these are all West Coast matches. No East Coast allowed. East Coast servers. East Coast players are allowed. I don't know if there's a restriction on the amount of East Coast players on a team. I think there might
One
be.
player per team.
Is it 1 player per team? Yeah, makes sense.
One East, yeah.
But I think the best way to organize is that you have a West Coast midfielder and an East Coast brawler. These West Coast midfielders have not been performing well.
No, but I mean, can't really blame them. Oh, we feel a room.
Yep, Gumi
What
is
do you think
going
about that?
maroon goalie. But the
Not Goomy.
counter. Oh, but yeah, I do think this is Liari's rune. Yep, Liari on the rune. I think rune is the perfect pick, especially if she runs the hot shots, which she does. Sale's also running the hot shots. The core speed might be too fast for Gumi to react to, and I think this is a good adjustment to see coming into the third game. You gotta try something else if you're going to win this one.
Yeah, definitely a bit of an adjustment. 3G almost managing to get Flop. Doesn't have cooldowns right now. Flop pressing the blazing pace. That's what it's called. Get out of that sticky situation, not die to 3Z. As 3Z just sitting and living. I mean, you have no kill pressure on him. He is going to sit for your net. Almost manages to score that.
Good play by
Liari's saving
Liari.
his knockout, running up. It's 3Z. Oh, not even threes. We're not putting it through. Holy moly.
Too much pressure for them to handle. You know, I am kind of a fan of the Sailors Estelle pick. He's like, oh shit, we're losing mid difficult. Let me pick the Estelle to win. But now that they're still losing mid, he's not on the Dubu able to be that rock wall that this team needs.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a tricky situation since now you have 0 kill power against Threezy. He is going to live inside of you. And honestly, if I was Threezy this game, I would have opted maybe for stacks. Because when the hell is he ever going to die?
Yeah, true. I mean, there's almost no world where 3D dies this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's even walking up, stealing Salazar's orb, going for a bit of a play. Doesn't really get it, but wow, does this game look one-sided right now.
Yeah, I feel like every game this series looks one-sided. In the last game, there was a glimmer of hope, but it was still Sailors keeping them alive barely.
Oh,
And-
Taylor's is off the map right now.
Uh-oh.
He will rejoin us.
Maybe
Maybe when
they've
Threezy
learned it.
decides to not hit it into the corner.
Heal scoreboard again.
Oh, I updated it.
Whammy
It's 2-0, right?
manages to hit one off the wall. That is 2-0.
Yeah. I updated.
You did, right?
Yeah, I have my screen pulled up my phone.
Yeah, that's updated.
Alright, we got 3Z coming in and putting it in. 3-0. This is an absolute slaughter, just like game 1. Maybe another 5-0 coming out. I think really they were kind of playing off the back of Sailors being so reliable in net, and now that he's on the Estelle instead of the Dubu, they don't have that reliability. And they are getting
Breezy.
fined. So
Breezy is living. He is eating well in this game. Level 7.
you would think if Rune doesn't have a teleport ability, this is the amount of kills that you've been seeing coming out from this. And it's now 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, clearly this game very much one-sided. The Quap and Lyari sitting at level 5 compared to their level 8 and 9 counterparts.
Yeah, I mean, this game's all but over. There is still 2 minutes remaining, but only 1 goal needed to put it in the grand finals, and Gumi is going to misplace his pillar. You know, in fact, I think every goal of this game has been caused by Gumi misplaying.
Hey, look. Oh, every goal. Yeah, the singular goal.
No, I mean the series.
The series? Well, yeah.
I think a lot of
Hey,
it
look,
stems from
Every
the pillar.
goalie gives their one, as that was the most fun center stage bounce I've ever seen to make it into the net. And I am sure Gumi is going to be singing praises of Rune goalie, even though we both know it's not. Right.
Yeah, Gumi, catch me on East Coast. Oh God.
We love Rune goalie here. No, we do not.
No, we
do not.
do not.
We are, in fact, the #1 Rune goalie haters.
Indeed, I think that game came down to a bit of a mid-diff. No one's gonna play Rune goalie now. This champ is terrible. No, there's no reason to wonder why. If Rune goalie is just simply not a good pick. Rune offers like a 0 mid control 3Z. And Gumi's been timed out. Good.
I did God's work.
Think about your sins, Gumi. Yeah, Gumi. Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't them getting farmed on repeat by X that game. Not 3Z. That definitely did not happen. Nah, that was. I mean, maybe we need to watch a bit of a replay to see what happened that game.
Well, they do move on to the grand finals as we are looking to get into losers semifinals. Global positioning system versus Westerado.
Westerado is a strong team, and they've been performing well in the tournament so far. This games, of course, they did lose 2-1 to Demons Raw. Only team to take a game off Demons so far. Maybe they have some semblance of mid control, unlike some other team that plays Luna. And,
I feel like that was a bit of a diss.
No. There's no shade coming out from here.
Well, between these two teams, who do you have winning this series?
Westerado 2-0.
Wester 2-0. Wow. That is
I
would
think
you
this is
would you
a.
care
I
to
think this is
explain
a.
your reasoning?
This might even be a best of 5. That is how badly they're going to get beat.
Hmm.
I think Westerado. I mean, you saw that performance earlier. An absolute smack of a game. Marco was giving them the work. Remix was winning mid, and Obscure Breads was there. So overall, a good performance from Westerado. And I think, and again, Epi, Puffy, and Grimella, they did all right, but I mean, they lost to Luna Stars, who just got 3-0'd by Demon's Raw, and Westerado took a game off Demon's Raw. So if you like, it's a bit of like trickery here, but like,
Hmm.
I do believe Westerado to be the better team.
Well, we will see when we get into this best of 5 series. As Demon's Raw now sitting comfortable. Oh, well, we now have the code. I will put that in.
But
As
that,
Demon's Raw sitting comfortably in Grands. Hoping to get a nice, fun match. I am assuming there will be a Drek ban. If I had to, think for 3 seconds about the match, I can probably guarantee that.
yeah, and I do agree. I'm ready to get into this game.
I am definitely excited as well. I can't imagine. Now, what would be interesting is the ban that will be coming out from Global Positioning System. As I mean, I'm not really sure what you banned from the Remix Mark Obscure Breads trio.
It's I think I mean, we saw that performance last time, and I don't know how deep Marco's champ pool is, but I believe banning Marco's Julie is the right play here. Puffy and Grim do not have a Julie in their pool, so I think the ban is good. And I believe the Drek's gonna get banned, so they don't want to see Julie on the other team either. So
Do you
I
think
think
we are?
Drek and
You're good. You're
Julie
good.
are the bans this game. That is my guess.
Do you think we're gonna see a repeat of the Puffy Juno in this game as we're going through this draft?
I think so. I mean, it seems like it's his go-to champ, and into era. I mean, I believe Juno wins. I know, but I do think Era has the ability to shut down Juno, and especially Rune. I think Rune has the ability to shut down this Era pretty hard. So I'm expecting a pretty hard mid win from the side of Westerado. By Westerado, I mean GPS.
And now you can take a look at this match and think about it as Obscure Breads has impact on the midfield with the Barrage and the Giga, compared to Steppy, who is a full hold it down in net. So definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out and how they do get the ball to Marco up for him to score.
Yeah, I mean,
Almost gets it right there, just a bit off, as Grimella manages to keep that one out. But they're getting the early pressure. But obviously the side of GPS, the later this game goes, the more they will have, as Marco sends that one top shelf and Stappy stuck in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, the whole entire point of the Juno Rune comp is that you are not going to lose mid at all. The comp does struggle to put it in the net, but normally the cores on their side of the field like 80% of the game. But it seems like the odds is happening. Remix winning his strike wars against Puffy, and Marco and Remix seem to be dominating this midfield. They're both winning their strike wars, and Juno and Rune are not using their abilities to play it through.
Yeah, you gotta be winning this midfield battle when you're playing these types of characters. I mean, you have no KO pressure, so the only thing you really can do is core control. Just keep it away from this Asher as Remix making Steppy small, almost putting it in as Marco getting it forward, but they manage to clear it. Everything gets reset. We go back to a nice little neutral state.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Puffy and Grim are probably going even in the midfield, but that is just not enough when you're playing this kind of. I mean, when Asher has the opportunities to score, it's bound to go in eventually. You do not want to be going even with that champ, and you can't kill her either. So your only option is winning the core.
No, definitely not, as Marco has unstoppable. So, I mean, your only real chance of killing him would either be to Dubu flop as Steppy. Where's he going?
You know, Marco did misplace a shot there. Was recovered it with the Asher primary, but I mean, yeah, I think you just hit it bottom there.
I mean, Steppy lost on the field, hits it to the other side, then walks upwards.
Yeah.
It's suspect, but hey, look, you know, it happens. Sometimes you just turn your brain off playing well. Everyone does it from time to time.
Yeah. I agree.
Definitely not the thing you want to be doing in the first match, however.
Yeah, you know, so it's a best of 5, so you do have the time to get warm, get adjusted. But, you know, it's really nice to just go up a game early. You know, brings that momentum, makes your team's mental better. I think overall, it's a really good feeling to win the first game, and Brez is going to miss the strike. And that is going to be their first goal of the series, scored by Grimella, just like last time.
And, you know, that was a actually really crazy angle. Hit it back to the other side, and Brett's not really falling for it. Stayed on that side, rapid fire the other, but just a mission as Marco hits the board and hits it bottom shelf to smack it right in.
Yeah, what a shot. It literally hit the very tip of the home stretch bumper. I mean, I don't think it could have hit any higher on that. An absolute perfect placement on this shot.
Yeah, and definitely a bit.
Oh, Marco! The gates are closed, but Marco does not care as he puts in his 4th goal of the game. It is looking a bit rough for the side of GPS here.
Yeah, and I can't tell if Steppy was stuttering there. I mean, he didn't even make an attempt. It does seem like maybe Steppy's having a bit of computer issues here. But I mean, it's impossible to tell for sure as this ball just goes right through again.
And Marco's 3rd Pinta on stream. And Marco's putting in the work, of course, not to be outshined. And he's outshining his teammates right now, but I mean, you know, Remix and Breads are doing the dirty work. See, Breads was there. He had 26 redirects. And of course, Remix having 4 assists, putting it up. And it's not like Breads is playing bad or anything. It's that they're winning mid so hard. And of course, partly due to Breads. Yeah, it is easy, isn't it? Isn't it? Right? Oh, wow, what idiot would press the leave group button? Don't know. God, I bet that guy is stupid. Jeez.
Alright, I deserve that.
Yeah. We're getting in the game 2 of the series. We got 6 smart players in here, unlike the one guy next to me.
Oh, hey, you did it. Like we can go even on this.
You can go
50-50.
even. Next person who does it's gotta leave forever.
Sure. I do see that there appears to have been some adjustment. Marco no longer on the Asher and Remix, now on the Era.
Yep.
So I am.
Who did they
Although
ban?
I do believe. Oh no, he did play Era. I'm assuming there's an Asher ban in the game now, but I am not sure of what the ban was before.
They did not watch the first series because Marco was dominant on the Julie last game. I wonder if he's going to get his 4th Pinta of the tournament. Maybe there might even be more. We don't know. Probably not, but it's hard to say.
Definitely going to be something to watch. I mean, Narrows. If there is a map for Marco to get the Penta, this is it. He's got the crossover. He's got the stacks. He's got the unstoppable. He is here to score.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he is going back. He's realizing it. You know, Puffy and Grim bringing him way more pressure. Puffy seems to be putting in way more work on the Kai than he was on the Juno. And it seems like Breads might have to turn on his monitor this game for them to kind of stay in it.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, now they're playing the double midfield, but now they have a bit more scoring as Marco. Ooh, just barely missing the kill on the Puffy. They do have a bit more scoring pressure, I will say, with the Kai over the Juno. Just because, I mean, Kai can walk up and score it a little easier than Juno can, right? Juno, you gotta just kind of bullshit your way as it happens.
You pray the core is so fast that they literally do not see it.
And that's definitely something that works against, you know, these goalies that are, you know, not particularly incredibly fast. Is Purebred's gigging that from his net, trying to keep it up for his team, and nothing too incredible going on here. Everyone's just kind of hitting the core, getting a little bit of a close situation. Is it Grimella keeping it in with the roof pillars? Doesn't manage
Oh
to
my
find anything.
God.
Oh my lord, Steffi is. He turned on his monitor for this game. He is here
Yeah.
to stop everything.
Steppy has stepped it up, putting in another save.
Definitely here to say, hey, guys, I know I was a little lost last game, but I am here to hold it down in net.
Yeah, of course, Brad's doing his fair share of work. Remix and Marco losing mid pretty hard this game, which is interesting to see because their comp is overall worse at the core control this time. And so,
Yeah.
Brad's is the highest level in the game. Of course, tied with Effie. And there's Marco's kill that he needs in order to get some pressure back. Of course, he has no cooldowns, but it doesn't matter. Marco finds the bottom pocket against Epi. Epi simply not big enough to reach it. And that's going to be the first goal of the series. And 4 more for Marco to complete his quadruple pintas.
Hey, you get the 1, you get the 2, you get more. I mean, he's just gonna... Look, he has his breakaway. He keeps getting it, and oh my god, almost stuffs another one in, but that was a good flop from Steffi to keep it away.
Yeah. Epi having a much better performance this game than previously, and I think Epi just sometimes just turns it on. He turns it to 100. Ooh, barely touches the corner. Brad's almost caught lacking with a bit of a sus barrage, but overall it goes well for them. Get a little lucky. And Puffy and Grim are having a really hard time putting this in. They have the mid pressure, but they cannot score. Partly due to Brad's walls, but also they're not really creating quality shots to mid pressure. Using all of their abilities to win the midfield, and it is not happening.
And, you know, something that I've noticed while this game is going on, Marco's actually a MOBA player. Interesting to think about, but I am noticing him moving in all of the directions.
Yeah, doing a good job at it too. Again, much closer game than previously. A little bit of an unlucky bounce there from Marco. Hopefully GPS can find one to make it tied, but if they don't, we still have an overtime that we're looking at.
Definitely, core's going everywhere.
Oh,
my
Brains!
Reds with a bit of an unlucky 90. Hit it just a little too much to the left. Bounces off the top wall. Goes back into his net. And I am being told Marco can play MOBA and WASD.
What a talented guy. A rare combo 2C. But hey, on the MOBA right now, he has been putting in the work, but you know, they did score
a little
well.
more to win this game for his team.
Yeah, it's gonna need to start putting in the work. Where's the old Marco at? The new Marco is just not putting as much work. And of course, I think this can be attributed to Remix not winning mid as hard. It is a bit more difficult into this Rune, which seems to have turned into the gears.
Yeah, definitely a lot better of a map for them. I mean, Rune, even on these, like, you know, on these open maps, it's a little easier to get around the pillars, but on narrows, it's such a small map. Rune can basically throw down the pillar and it'll have value as I think it was Puffy gigged Remix off the edge, but Marco manages to find the trade kill. Is this ball going in a crazy situation, and Brumella hits it in the bottom chip.
Yeah, finding a bit of an unlucky bounce there. I mean, you would think that that pillar wasn't a circle with the way it bounced. Barely clipped the outside of that circle. I don't really get how that happened, but it did happen, and that's going to put them in the lead for the first time this set.
Yeah, definitely a great thing as this core is starting to get faster and faster. I mean, it is incredibly hard to react to, and it's probably going to be a lot harder for Steffi to try and save these absolutely cross-map shots on his net compared to Obscure Breads. Oh my god, what an interesting bounce.
These guys are too fast. Where's our hero Marco at?
Marco,
oh, there he is!
Puts Steffi into the net. Definitely an opportunity here. Have to get it past the room. And I mean, it is difficult. Marco, just losing a strike war at the worst time. Unfortunate. He's sitting low, but he's here to score.
And there's the kill from Remix. Marco slotting it in, tying the game back 2-2. Their first goal after the first one that was scored in like the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, definitely a great goal to tie the game up. As I say that, Puffy managing to push it in with the barrage, the last tick of the 13-shot Kai barrage instead of the net.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. Marco maybe hoping to get an equalizer. It does seem like the mid pressure is more. Oh! Puffy reading the obscure breads clear down and it barely gets past. Obscure breads lucking out on that one.
Yeah, Puffy going for the Giga Blast flip. Just barely misses it. It was a good try.
Oh.
Oh my god, Steppy barely saving that one. As Grimella somehow not going into the net. Very suspect. As, Obscure Red's keeping that one out of the net. And I mean, everyone's fumbling.
Oh!
In a
Marco with the
state of
bait.
panic.
But Grams a save.
This ball is going way too fast on this tiny map. Marcos manages to put one in.
Oh, yeah. What a great shot by Marco. Marco kind of getting it down. Well, Remix playing it down, and then ping. But hey, like good on Marco for putting that one in.
And Marco, oh my
Oh, our hero Marco. Could he actually get the Pinta? My hope was lost.
He needs one more.
One more.
The
Marco
hope is
deserves
back.
it. The Quadra
It's
Pinta, he's
back.
in his feelings. Our hero. The savior of this tournament, Marco, looking for one more to push it into a Game 3 potential victory. But Marco does need to find it. Oh, and it's off the rune pillar. Brett's technically scored, but really it's Grimella. And this is going Grimella. Probably listens to the broadcast, doesn't care about losing, just cares about ruining Marco's reputation as the Pinta god. As Marco will only put in 4 that game, as Grimella does have 1 goal for his team and 1 goal for his own team. Kind of canceling himself out. Man, if I was Grimella, I would be crying, kicking, and screaming right now. That is a bit unfortunate to see happen to him. Now, we are going to get ready for Game 3. Currently, Westerado is up 2-0 on GPS. GPS does have the potential to take the game. They were actually winning that game 2-1, of course, coming in and choking it to lose 5-3. But the game showed that they do have the potential to win. That somewhere in their soul, they can win this series. But the question is, will they be able to pull it through and keep it consistently there? I think a Remix is going to the bathroom. We have a bathroom break. Can't have your midfield do that. Maybe the Remix mid pressure was lacking a bit because he had to go to the bathroom since the start of the game too. Like, you know, it happens. Sometimes you get, but see, like, I don't, for me personally, sometimes I get too engrossed in the game and I just forget to go to the bathroom. Like, I've played whole tournaments where I start, like, the tournament starts. It's literally like a 16-man tournament. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get to the bathroom. Like, I'll just play our set. And then I won't go to the bathroom until like grand finals. I'm like, oh shit, I should probably go to the bathroom for grand finals starts.
Hold it down for a moment. I need to go talk to my RA real quick.
Okay. Well, Daft does college stuff. I mean, it is sad to see. Of course, talking to your RA, quite important. Making sure that you live safely in your dorm, but we are back. Remix is back, at least, from the bathroom. And we are going to see Game 3 played on Split. GPS does need to win this one if they want to stay in this tournament. And now, it seems like the picks are staying the same. Puffy, Grim believing that they did have the right picks. And I especially think that this is one of the top comps on Split. Kai and Rune, both characters are capable of winning their 1v1s on their own. And both characters capable of assisting each other in each other's lanes. And of course, Estelle there as well to assist them as well. So, I mean, I think that Westerado is going to have a really tough time winning the mid. I believe it is Julie, Amy in the forward. And Amy has a really hard time winning the 1v1 in their lane. So, I think if Kai matches up into the Amy, they could do good. But it seems like Kai is going to match into the Julie instead. And of course, Rune does have a good ability to win into the Amy. But with the Kai, it's a little more guaranteed, I feel. And this game, as it starts getting slow, Remix putting it in 1-0. And that is going to be Remix's first goal probably of the tournament at this rate. I mean, Marco's been scoring so much. You would forget that Remix is there. Of course, again, can't say it enough how important the mid pressure is. All of the goal opportunities are created by Remix and mid pressure. As Remix is down, dead the banished pillar, and Marco's gonna have to hold up the midfield 1v2, but he's unable to as he keeps getting past. Skiergrad's playing it down, clearing it away. Marco trying to create some opportunity, and Puffy keeping up the pressure. He's low health, no abilities, and he's still trying to find the goal, but he's not going to be fine as Dreads saving in the top corner, setting up a counterattack for Remix. The ult is quite long, looks like a bit of a missile propulsion durable game. And wow, this game is getting close. And of course, not the stops that we're used to seeing from Westerado. And here it is. Grimella putting in the first goal. I believe Grimella's actually put in the first goal of every single game so far. So Grim is doing a very good job playing the early game, and kind of as predicted, Grim and Puffy and Steppy are stomping this mid presence. I mean, Amy and Julie really have no methods to win. Steppy clearing it down, but Marco unable to reach to it. I don't think Marco was predicting it, and I think he had abilities up, just was not able to react. And this is going to be a goal. Amy ult, Julie dash punch onto the Estelle. She has no options. She has been put in checkmate. A really good attempt from Epi to make the save, but there's really not a lot of thinking new. And really a great counterattack from Mix Marco. Able to play it up. Gumella and Puffy get caught overextending a bit. Die, I believe, and it sets up a great counter push. And if Grim and Puffy are able to keep up the mid pressure, and Steppy keeps playing goalie like that, this could be the game for GPS to win. But Marco has it and a chance in the 1v1. He's not fast enough, but he still reaches it off the wall. Epi misses the laser, and that is going to be 3-1. And Marco is going to score his 21st goal.
I come back to my absolute GOAT, Marco. Puffy manages to simply take Steppy out of the picture.
Yeah.
Not Steppy, oh my god, Renus.
Marco!
My GOAT!
Getting up at
Puts
Steppy.
another one for me.
Steppy actually hits the core there and tries to clear it up, but I think he either cleared a little too far back or maybe just like a ping thing on my half. A really good attempt. Puffy and Grim were actually hard stomping while you were away. They were hard winning the midfield, but they could not put one in. And Brett's has kind of been a wall. And of course, Puffy and Grim's scoring opportunities have been really weak, and they've been a little too weak to score as Marco pushes through Westerado into losers finals. And Marco, an absolute beast, an absolute superstar of this tourney. I mean,
Yeah, Marco,
you're not going to find a player like Marco doing anything else. I mean, we might have to adjust our blue lock ratings. This guy is kind of a beast on the field.
Hey, look, if Marco has 1,000,000 fans, then I am one of them. If Marco has 10 fans, then I am one of them. If Marco only has 1 fan, then that is me. If Marco has no fans, then that means I am no longer on the earth. If the world is against Marco, then I am against the world.
What a
Marco is
brilliant
my
poem.
GOAT.
Marco, Marco is the GOAT. I mean, there is no player like Marco in the team. And I just love the way the team plays. And sometimes people aren't okay with playing these more supportive roles that Remix is playing to Marco. And Remix is giving Marco all of the resources, all of the opportunity to thrive in this situation. And he's doing a great job at it. Marco's getting the speed boost, the side boost. He's getting all the open space, the dimes. And when Marco gets that, he puts it in 100% of the time. This guy's an absolute menace to anyone on the receiving end of his Juliet.
Assumed Kyuyachi wanted to say something.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I saw you on mute, and I'm like, normally when you say something, so it's just like, ow. I just pinched myself. Oh shit, I'm bleeding.
How do you accidentally pinch yourself?
I was fiddling with my keys, and I have cut myself. So how's your day going?
So you cut yourself and pinched yourself? Or...
Well, I pinched myself into on the key into cutting my finger.
Oh, wow. That is a true combo if I've ever seen one.
Hey, I've done it multiple times before, so nothing new, unfortunately. As maybe we will see some adjustments come out from Team GPS. in
Yeah.
this next game to win it and bring it home.
Uh,
Or well, I mean, not bring it home, but to bring it to the tie, obviously.
we
To then
Alright,
bring it
Obscure
home.
Breads says 1 sec, we are big pissers, I guess.
okay. We are in losers finals. That game is over. There is no more GPS.
Wait, what?
That was
Oh,
the final game of losers semis. We are in losers finals against Luna Stars. These teams have not played yet, but my prediction is, I mean, it's gotta be the GOAT Marco. I think Marco is going to give them the work, just like he always does.
so my dumbass thought that was a 2-1 series, and I appear to be wrong. As well, Westerado 3-0. Wow, what a
Oh
showing.
yeah, I was kind of confused because you didn't flip the scoreboard,
Oh,
swap the teams. That's what people usually do, but it's helpful.
Well,
Do that.
ow, oh
yeah,
my
that
God,
does
my
make
hand
sense. I wouldn't,
It's
might have
okay.
been a bit confused there.
Gravity is God's biggest bozo.
I am learning. This is my
Hey,
first time using my T-Kinter widget.
I think a 6-year-old could do it better than you.
Your mother is 600 pounds. Ever consider
it's
that?
pretty good for a first time. I've seen multiple people like just not update the round or like mark the wrong team as winning.
Yeah, that's probably something Daft Grass would do.
I
A
just
little dumber than a 6-year-old, so it's kind of
a
expected.
little dumber than a 6-year-old. Hey, how many solo queue games did you win today, big man?
I won some. Don't worry.
I won
I would
some.
just like to mention.
This is coming from the guy who said that he went 0-7. Thank you very
I
much.
would just like to mention that I was actually playing out of my mind in those games. I was getting piss griefed by whatever goalie would end up on my team, and boy, were the other forwards on right now not doing a good job
Look, I
at
think you
all.
just need to play like Marco.
Uh,
Marco is he just plays better and wins more.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't everyone play like Marco? I mean, that's just peak performance, and I am simply not on the level that Marco is. He's a
I
different breed of human.
definitely agree. Look, I
Yeah.
think if we were to power rank right now, everyone in this tournament, Marco #1.
Oh,
On God.
100%. There is no one who stands a chance at Marco #1. And you know who I would have at last in this tournament?
Gumi.
It's Gumi. Yep, it's Gumi. This guy on the Rune goalie is a disgrace to society. Demons Raw
Definitely
has
can agree,
and
which is
agree.
why I think Marco wins this next match. He wins this Lunar Finals and then brings it up into the Grands to 3-0 Demons Raw.
Yep, I agree. I think Marco might have caught a little bit of a flu in the winter semi match against them, but Marco is warmed up and he is ready to stomp. Maybe he can get 3 Pintas in the Gumi, you know?
Look, all I'm saying in that winner semis, we didn't see the match, so who knows who got PayPal'd.
Yeah, true. I think Demon's Route might have cheated a bit in the winter semis. Bit of
I
a,
simply think they
Uh,
drew a box around the core.
I agree. Think he's being held by a certain hacker.
As we get into this next match, we have the Julie X hover, which I'm sure isn't going. Oh, well, there's the X.
Why is Julie
Uh,
on split? This is going to be a bit interesting to see. As talked about
and they
earlier,
locked it in.
yeah. I mean, as seen earlier, like split is all about winning your individual 1v1 and how much help you can provide to your person in the 1v1. Era has the advantage into the X. He's much faster. And of course, Marco is Marco. I mean, that guy is a menace in his own right. He's going to be winning his side too. And of course, with the extra assistance from things like Era NATO, Era Beam, and Era Speed Boost, I think Marco's going to have the resources he needs. Though, I do kind of like the X pick because when Marco is in the box, as you saw there, Liari was putting on the beat down on Marco. And if you're able to disable Marco from this team, I think they can win.
yeah, and you got to think about what you sacrifice. You're essentially going, okay, well, hey, we're gonna beat the ever-loving shit out of Marco, but we're gonna let Remix core control the entire match with help from friends. So there's definitely gonna be a lot more pressure coming from the side. I mean, but you see right there, and surely Flop is not running a rush. Oh no.
Whop is running Adrenaline Rush, and he is going to Adrenaline Rush himself off the stage. Unfortunate for him. Marco, like the much smarter man that he is running cross stacks and secures the
And
kill.
that's why we see the Marco dim. I don't know.
Oh, like
Marco definitely getting beat off for a second there. Clearly, as my goat would never miss the floor.
nope. You know, this is going to be a bit rougher because as talked about earlier, Salus is probably the second best player in the tournament, putting up an absolute wall, but Remix is going to put us in with help from Marco, making Salus kind of shaking his boots a bit.
Yeah, and definitely this is what I was talking about when you pick this double brawler comp, and none of you run any sort of like core control ideas. I mean, Remix just sits and lives, but I mean, he's definitely not living that one. And
Yeah,
he
he's
gets knocked
sitting
off
and
of
living. Oh, but Marco! Salus.
Almost puts that in. Salus getting a little sussy in that.
Yeah, I mean, again, Salus is an absolute wall. If anyone can stop Marco, it is Salus, but he's not going to be enough as Marco dash punches right through Salus. 2-0. I mean, it's kind of impressive how often Remix is winning this midfield. In an absolute tear.
Going back, I think you should just stop talking about goalies playing well.
No, he is
like
playing well, but there's just Marco on the other team.
Every time you've mentioned a goalie playing well, they have gotten scored on instantly.
Well, maybe they should try playing a bit better. Is that why Gumi's performing so well?
Maybe you just have to say Gumi's playing well.
I can never.
We'll be saved. This swap, getting the adrenaline rush proc into almost killing Remix. The timeout. Oh my god.
Salus getting the kill to start off the double, and a bit of an overextension from Brett, and he's going to lose his stacks for that.
Yeah, and you definitely can't do that, especially on split. I will say it is the one map where you walk forward and you get randomly killed by a Kai Giga from halfway across the map. It is the map to die on the boards from it.
You know, being near these boards is quite dangerous. Remus going to find the pass to Marco. Marco's going to dash punch, and it is in. Another goal from the GOAT himself, putting it up 3-1. Salus can't do anything against that. And, I mean...
Yeah, and you know, this is what I'm talking about. When you pick this double brawler, you simply just pick up that control that you would otherwise get from a midfielder. And it's tough because, I mean, obviously Lyari can't play that, but Flop bouncing it off for the top binder into himself and shoves it right past Breads.
Yeah, really good plays from that side. You know, and I think Luna Stars does have a bit of an issue winning mid. That is the reason that they did lose their last series, that they have no mid control, and Remix is so dominant in this mid control. Like, normally when he's in my games, he's playing on 100 ping, it's a little bit worse, but when Remix is in his zone, he is popping off, winning every strike war imaginable. Yeah, even winning from behind.
He's just taking the core from Flop. I mean, Flop is just manages to win that strike war, but that's the only one I feel like I've seen him win is Marco. Oh my god, almost just puts another one in net. This man is just out to score, but he is probably going to
die.
Oh my god,
no! The GOAT lives on! Oh! Bit of a misstep. I think he definitely hugged the wall there. He does get the orb from his goalie, but he is going to die anyway. X about to hit level 10 himself. Maybe get a little more damage to put on the Marco to stop him from being such a beast.
Yeah, Marco just living, zooming around the map, but Flop manages to get the adrenaline rush right past the over here, doing a good job of just simply rapid firing, but misses all of those on that one. Man, whenever we speak goalies fumble, I should just close my mouth. Marco, I mean, I just can't even mention the name. Every time I do, something just happens to them. I should just simply let you talk for now.
Yeah, that is the death note. And Remix is going to try to create some space, trying to give Marco the opportunity he needs to put it in, and he gives it to him. And Marco's going to dash punch into Salus, and there's only 12 seconds remaining for Luna Stars to get back in this game, and I do not think it's enough time. The gates are open, and they have to get one here.
This is where you simply just put someone like you know, Flop in the net and just let the other two go forward. But
oh, well, Marco!
My go!
My go!
It's another 4 goals in this game.
Man, actually putting up the tally. If this guy was in Blue Lock, he would be moving on to the next selection. What an absolute beast that this guy is. He is the team. And of course, That's a bit of an exaggeration. I can't say it enough. Remix put it in the work, but I mean, yeah, look at the save differential. 42 saves from Salas to 17 saves from Bread. Remix putting an absolute show on the midfield. I don't even know why the other team's here right now. Of
Yeah,
course.
Marco simply just taking that first match in his hands and just saying, "Hey, I'm here to score." And I mean, clearly, he's done what he's done the entire tournament.
Yeah. What can you expect from such a guy? And I don't see what I mean. Obviously, the thing that did not work there was the X. The X did nothing to shut down Marco, and it was just kind of just there.
No, and when you pick something like the X, you either go full into it by picking like Drek to back it up. If you want to go for those pure kills, because I mean, like, why would you play Julie? If you're focused on, I mean, the Julie took adrenaline rush. Clearly, you're trying to play for fighting, but it's just like you could just pick Drek, you know?
Yeah, I mean, couldn't agree more. I think the Drake pick does work better, but I do think the X pick isn't terrible if played properly. I think you kind of target down Remix, stop him from winning mid so hard. Of course, he's on the air, so the air is pretty killable as an X player. And then Marco doesn't have the resources funneled into him to perform to that level. And then you can
Wait,
kind of win mid from there.
is this a Kai ban I see?
Not believe the
Wh-
disrespect on this guy's name right now. You gotta ban Marco. Look at this guy. He's too good.
I think I think there's a Kai ban on the field right now.
I think you mean Era?
No. No, I think there's a Kai ban. Obscure has decided to lock in Luna.
Yeah.
And Salas not on the Kai either.
Interesting to see. I'm very, very interested in the Breads Luna. I think the Breads Luna, if played properly, can lead into their favorite. More damage for Marco. It sounds like a win to me.
And I simply don't think that like the goalie was the issue, but I mean Flop picks up a kill, so it's already starting a little better than the other one.
Yeah. Getting the kills, funding them on Remix, kind of shutting down their mid presence is the way to go. But Sailor's overextended. Remix catches him lacking as he puts in the first goal within this first 20 seconds.
Yeah, and you got to think now that you've unbanned the Amy, I mean, now the Amy's here to score too. So instead of Remix playing this funneling character, giving it to Marco, but it doesn't even matter because Marco,
Breads,
with
what
the
the?
help of Bread's rocket, just puts it in.
That's the one thing I didn't expect the person to score. I mean, they had the Amy ult, they had the Marco dash punch, and they had the rocket. I mean, there's too many abilities in front of the net for Salas to say anything about. Kind of checkmated. As a forward player, you cannot let your goalie get into that position.
Yeah, and I will say Marco plays. Oh my God, he just got another kill. Marco simply just walks forward. He does not care about what goes on behind him. He sees red in the net, he goes for it, and it has been working. This Reds makes a crazy dash to stop Flop from putting it in, as Marco finds just yet another kill. And Marco, is that an adrenaline rush I see? It sure is. Oh my God, he has the adrenaline rush. But I mean, with all the amount of kills he's getting, who can really blame him? He's gonna go get another one in net. Oh, he is out for blood.
Yeah, and Marco trying to set up the dribble, but he did mess up twice, hits it a little too high on the wall, and it gets sent up. But Marco hits him with the dribble and the fake dribble into the shot. I like that. You as a goalie, you think he's aiming for the wall again for another dribble and to like set up a dash punch, but no, he slots it into the bottom. Marco, what a mind game. You don't really see a play like that happen too often.
He's just going forward. He is giving up on that. He doesn't need to walk backwards. All he needs is forward with his fork. And I mean, man.
Oh, that's it.
What is unlucky.
This is a bit of a stomp, just like we saw last time. And they are doing well.
It is a bit of a game as Remix and Marco, both 4 and 5 levels respectively above their forward counterparts. I mean, it is just simply a full one-sided game. with nothing to really do is Flop try to get a kill onto Marco, but Marco, that's not unstoppable. Marco getting killed by Salas, but I mean, it's not XP on your forwards.
Yo, is this game 3? I lost track.
This is game. I think it should be.
I think it's game 2 as well. As
Yeah, game 2.
Marco and them are putting in the work, about to make game 2, game 3 really quickly. But somehow, some way, it does not go in. But Marco's got the setup, and no! Salas preemptively rolling, but Salas is on his last life. Gets knocked out of the way, and Askir Breads, again, with the mystery missile to score his second goal of the game, and put him in to game 3. The game 2 win it all. By win it all, I mean go to the grand finals.
Just a crazy series of events here. I mean, really just Marco creating so much pressure and his team just sitting there and backing it up. He's just putting balls in the net. And I mean, that's what you got to do to win the game.
You know, you never would believe that we would see a game where Marco only has 1 goal. Insanity. Of course, Marco doing a lot there. The game is more than just scoring, as stated again and again. But, oh, there it is. Marco's Julie has been banned. But, I mean, we saw the Asher come out just a few games ago, and Marco was quite dominant on it, even on a map such as Home Stretch, which is terrible for Asher. And wow, they're going to give the forwards the mirror matchup. Liari is not going to be able to match Remix on this ping. I think this mid diff is going to be an absolute stomp. And Marco's just going to keep on getting the ball, keep on getting the opportunities, and he's going to put it in on Salas.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, it has been very, very one-sided. But Marco now onto this Asher, and I mean, he's off the map. So maybe a bit of a better adjustment, but who knows? We thought the last game was a better adjustment from what we saw what the early game happened, but very clearly it was not.
Oh,
Salas on the other side of the map tries to log the board, but simply doesn't get to it in time.
Oh, Salas kind of lagging a little bit too far up. Marco wide open for the pass. Liari not playing the cross, and it is a free pass to Marco. And, of course, give Marco a space on a champ like Asher. It is lights.
Yeah, and Marco is just simply
Ooh.
As I say that, decides to copy Marco, puts one in the net too, but, I mean, you gotta put more in after that.
Yeah, good play. Liari did a really good job setting up Flop. Liari using the tornadoes to gain orb control, unlike Remix. Remix has not been using his orbs to keep the tornadoes up, and keeping your levels up in this game is important. You get the extra CD, the extra health, extra power, and you get it all. Too many stats, but the stats are not enough to start Marco, as Marco passes it to Remix, and Remix puts it in. Sailor's going to the corner where he belongs, as he is unable to stop another one. Again, just as predicted, they are getting hard diffed in the midfield.
Yeah, it seems like nothing is just simply stopping Marco. Like, yeah, if you're gonna lose midfield like every game, as Flop pushes it in, obviously. I mean, that one was going in. Nothing Obscure Breads can do. Asher passive plus the Arc Beam will just shove that one right through. But if you're gonna lose the midfield, I mean, it's tough. Because if you pick the brawlers and then you can't kill them, I mean, you just lose anyways. But holy crap, is Marco not big with that arrow bow.
Big boy Marco. Super fitting, as he deserves to be the big boy. Putting in the work, Liari's dead. And Marco is going to find the back of the net. Now 3-2. I mean, 2 goals is the most we've seen get scored against Westerado.
And yeah, it is. I mean, it's tough, right? But I think that they can definitely pull it off. This is probably the most goals I think they've scored so far. I believe the first game was 5-1. So definitely picking up more goals than they have in any of the games so far that have occurred. But just need to keep up that pressure. Need to keep Marco away from the net. As holy moly, he is the size of Dubu.
Bigger than Dubu. Sail's doing best what he can to hold down, make up for what his mid lacks. And Remix gets another one, and it is just such a performance.
Yeah, and I mean Marco with his build difference just simply sitting and winning every strike war. Like it is a little ridiculous. Oh my god, look how big he is. Holy moly. He grabbed the big orb there for a second while he was air buffed, and he is just the map.
Remix finding the gap. No one there to stop the cross. And Salus falls, and Marco puts in another one. He is simply too good.
Yeah, and something I'm seeing this game, the Kai was unbanned, but Salas instead opted for the Dubu, which I feel like the Kai might have been better.
Marco getting his 4th goal, ending the series and putting them on into grand finals. Of course, as the loser side, and I mean, if you're not gonna win midfield, you cannot do anything else. And again, it's not like you think about the Kai pick, and it does sound good, but like you don't want to be Kai when Asher's in front of you. Like Dubu is the champ, I believe, to stop Asher.
Yeah, they haven't dropped a game besides the Demon's Raw so
Yep.
far.
We are in
And
grand finals.
They made their losers run too.
Yeah, I mean, they actually stomping. No one had Restaurado going to the finals. Of course, I believe that maybe they could. There is somewhere, but you have to get in the fact that Demon's Raw may be a bit rusty. Like,
Yeah, they've definitely been sitting cold in, grands for God knows how long now. Hopefully been playing some unranked just to keep themselves a little warm, but you know, I cannot attest to what they've been doing during this time.
probably just AFK watching the stream.
Yeah, I think I saw Threezy watching. But yeah, anyways, I had 2, 3, and 4 seed as relatively close to each other, and it was pretty hard to determine like what the order was for it.
Yeah, you can't account for the wild card factor that is Marco. He is, didn't expect him. I didn't expect to go into this tournament and just see such an absolute stomp. Where is this? I mean, Marco must be somewhere up here. I think this is Marco's alt account. Rank 1 in my heart. Maybe not on the ladder, but in my heart.
30-28.
30-28?
Peak. That's peak. That's like
Peak.
Current is 29-71.
Easy. Well, LP isn't too important. 3K plus is high elo, surely. I don't think it really matters too much. There's a lot of people in high challenger who I'd rather have in my team than people in 3K Omega right now.
Oh, just queue up.
Oh yeah, wait, do we have the passcode in Theft?
The same?
Yeah, we're just sticking the same code.
Okay, thank you. I did not know if it was the same or not.
Breezy is in the bathroom. Of course, getting ready for game 3. Only if 3 had, I don't know, a whole entire hour to do that, but hey. I guess it happens. And there is a bracket reset, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I didn't see the extra thing in on start. Does it not do that? Is that like a challenge thing?
Hmm? Oh, it only pops it up if like it happens.
No, it does happen. Yeah, you can't completely control it.
Yeah. That's what the extra space to the right of the grand finals is for.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. We could. I will turn my fridge off then. I thought it's like normally I have the video broadcast on and it blocks out my background noises. But I think it might be getting diffed by the fridge, which happens.
Oh, is the fridge coming through?
Apparently.
I thought you said it
No.
wasn't.
I didn't think it was. Every time I checked my OBS, I didn't see it. My mic peaking.
Can we get this guy renamed to Fridge Warrior?
Yeah. Believe it or not, there's literally nothing in my fridge. So. I am a college student.
What? You don't have anything in your fridge?
I have mayo.
Why?
I shit you not. Mayo is
That's
the only
worse
thing
than
in my fridge.
that is worse than having nothing in your fridge. Having mayo in your fridge is worse than nothing.
Wait, are you a mayo hater?
Yeah.
Mayo is one of the best condiments out there.
Surely we don't say that.
What do you mean? No, mayo is heat. Don't disrespect the mayo. Like, I mean, like on anything that like fits between two buns, mayo is almost always a good option.
It is just not true.
Midwest culinary moment. You know, I'm actually from the South. And see, I did live in St. Louis, but I was born in Nashville.
Yeah, you're not one of us. Sorry.
Sorry, bro. I lived in Nashville
Uh,
for a long ass time. You know, in fact, I actually had Nashville hot mac and cheese today.
really? How was that?
It's outside of Nashville. Nashville hot shit is really bad, in my opinion. It never hits the
I
same.
see. I understand. I understand.
The fuck is so different about Japanese mayo? But yeah, Prince's is heat. Fuck you, Big Bat. That's hey. I'm not saying I didn't say it was an exotic meal. I'm just saying I ate. That's just saying that's what I ate from Nashville.
Hot macaroni and cheese. It is very, very exotic.
It's not. No
Very
one
rare.
ever claimed this was an exotic 5-course meal. It's just a meal that I had, and you know what? It was decent, but it's not the same as something like Prince's in Nashville. Shit is gas.
All right,
Anyways.
Bozo, we're in the game.
We are in the game. No food to be had except maybe for Marco, as Marco has been eating all day long. You know.
He has been eating. He's been munching on those orbs. He's munching on those goals as Gumi almost goes into the net. Is Marco looking for the first kill of the game?
Yeah, you know, and I think this is what I wanted to see from Liari's X. 3Z is putting on the damage to Marco. And a great res from Mr. Breads, but it's not going to be enough as 3Z just walks up and strikes twice.
So, I can't say I agree with the Atlas pick. I get why it happened, but at the same time, it's still Atlas, right? Like, he is maybe the... I mean, but hey, look. As I speak,
baby.
Marco, you know, I mean, Marco's just going to put one in.
Yeah.
But I mean, going back to the Atlas, it is... I mean, even into X, like I think Atlas is maybe the worst into X because X just sits on Atlas and he's just bigger than you, and he just simply wins every single strike war in your face. Can't say I agree with it, but we have the entire match to watch as this game goes on. And Naka, a little bit of a shot placement moment there, puts it right into the goalie. I do it all the time too. Can't blame him. But Gumi with this Estelle is going to have so much more impact on the map, but Marco just barely missing the ball. Actually, oh my lord, almost puts one in the net.
Gumi's actually doing pretty solid on the Estelle. He's putting in the work much better than his pick. And Al's going to be res himself, but the res is too far away and puts him out of position as 3Z is going to secure another goal.
Yeah, did put his ult not in the net, which was a bit unfortunate. Probably a bit of a last-minute panic click thing. So, not really something you could blame him too hard on. And Marco just barely missing the core there. Gotta start picking up some of these goals as he is taking so much damage in this match.
Yeah, Easy actually putting in the work, puts in even more work, finds the back of the net. And this is 3-1. It's the first time that we've seen Westerado on the back foot.
Yeah, and Westerado, Marco's just slightly struggling a bit, and it's really just him taking so much damage with this Estelle, and I mean obviously 3Z's X. Look, I mean 3Z is just simply massive on the field as he just wipes out Remix, gets rid of all the stacks, like as soon as possible.
A lot of these Julie players do suffer from getting targeted down. They don't know what the answer is. And 3Z finding the back of that again. A quadra for the man. He's putting in the work on the X. And I'm starting to think, I mean, I think you ban the X. No one gives a shit about Rune Gully. I mean, it's actively worse than Gumi's Estelle. Like, Gumi's actually saving the core on Estelle.
Yeah, it is definitely just really hard for Marco to play the game here, as he's just unfortunately missing some of these, as Obscure Bread showing us why Atlas is a not good pick.
That is going to be the end of game one. Won in a dominant fashion.
Unfortunately, this would be your Omega Strikers games. You would be on the receiving end of the loss if you do like Mayo.
Dude, I don't get, like, mayo is the ultimate thing to put on sandwiches. Like get a BLT, or, you ever go to, like, Penn Station? The Penn Station makes a fire-ass Philly cheesesteak. You put pizza sauce, mayo, and spicy mustard. Dude, that shit's gas.
You could
Oh,
also just not put it on, and then not eat it.
But then you have a worse sandwich all around. And then no one wants to eat a worse sandwich.
I mean, I simply disagree. But
you can disagree, but be wrong. That's fine.
No, it's okay. We all know you're wrong.
Yeah, it's like Gumi playing like Rune Gully. Like, he disagrees that Rune Gully is a bad pick, but we all know it is. It's just
a bit of a swap up here. Brett's on the Luna now, as Gumi sitting on the Dubu. And actually, I mean, we've swapped everything up here. I don't even know what the hell happened, but
I don't know what the bans are. Why is there no Rune or Estelle and no X? And they swapped it all up, but it seems like it might be in Marco and Remix's favor. But 3Z finding the kills. I mean, this guy takes Brawler to its heart. I mean, 3Z is always on their ass. But the GOAT Marco escaped barely with his life. And Marco's got some really underrated positioning. He's always in the right spot to receive the pass and be open. But right now, 3Z's giving him the work. And this is the first time that we've seen Remix really lose mid. Naka has been absolutely giving them the sauce on the era, and Remix is not able to match it.
Yeah, Naka abusing West Coast ping on West Coast here. Just absolutely styling all over the field. Especially considering that he has, oh my god, he puts one in the net, and I mean, he has that Castellas, he has that crossover, has that unstoppable. He is going to zoom in your face. There's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. You got to take him off the map.
Yeah, Marco is going Adrenaline Rush this game. No Adrenaline Rush from Remix. Now, I'm wondering if Adrenaline is the right move, but Gumi takes a misstep and falls.
And Marco is starting that ult from a little bit far back, but I mean, he just got the Adrenaline Rush reset. Can he find a kill on Naka? He's looking for it, but Breads! Unlucky.
Oh. It is a bit rough. I mean, that is not the easiest trick to do when you're in that position. Damn. Unfortunate from Breads. That's going to make the score 2-0. And Marco is getting dominated this game. This is not the same Marco we've been seeing. And I think part of the reason we've seen Marco so dominant is Remix has been hard winning this mid, but now they're on the back foot. Breads is having to actually play goalie, and they're using a lot more resources to get the core up, and Marco's not only is Marco not getting the core in position, when he is in position, his abilities are not up.
Ooh, and Breads getting absolutely styled on. Thought Naka was going to hit that one into the bottom corner. Could have held onto the dash a little longer, but Naka baiting him out, hitting it back into the top shelf on the other side, and making this game 3-0 for his team. And crazy. I mean, he found another one, and oh my god, the tornado put it in. But Marco, my GOAT,
Oh.
Has his ankles broken.
Whoa, and Marco's ankles. Stop the stream. It's too hard to
Call it
watch.
off. Call it off.
Call it
They're
off.
ping manipulating. They're ping manipulating.
Ping manip. This game should have been on the East Coast. Oh.
Bring it to East Coast so Marco it will diff everyone.
True, Marco's the
but-
king of all the coasts.
Of course. But I mean, he is sitting here. He's trying. He is trying to bring this game back. But I mean, it's not happening. As we are now 2-0 in this series, and I mean, man, it is a little heartbreaking. But you know what? They have 3 games in a row to win, and I believe in my goat Marco.
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of feel like they're getting diffed everywhere. I mean, Gumi, they're doing you a favor by by banning Rune, forcing you to play a real goalie. The forwards are dominating enough. The extra pressure from a pick like Rune is unnecessary. Of course, the diff is kind of going everywhere. 3Z is giving the work, pressuring Marco. Naka is absolute star of the show. Hard winning mid. There is no pressure in the midfield. And it seems like Gumi's going back on the Dubu. Era on the Naka on Era. And 3Z on X. Era X pretty strong here. Though I believe like if these were played by the best players in the world, I believe that Westerado would have the advantage here.
Yeah, the problem is that they just aren't coordinating their damage enough onto 3Z just to be able to mow him down. And really, in these types of situations, when you have this game comp, you just need to kill 3Z over and over, get the levels, get the lead as Naka off the map and Remix. Oh, just barely missing that one. But Gumi a little low in net. Maybe Marco does a little bit of a turnaround and comes and picks him off. He's looking for it. He's like a shark in water. But 3Z sitting on top of Breads smacks it in.
3Z doing a good job finishing. I mean, 3Z's just winning the strike wars in front of the net. He's doing a pretty good job at it too.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing this X into Luna and you have built different, and you know your teammate is winning this mid battle, you could just sit on the Luna as Naka hitting that into the top shelf, beaming it, making it go faster. Brett's, I think he thought he had it and didn't try to dash for it, but Naka hitting it with the beam at the last second, making it go just a little bit faster. And I mean, it is already 2-0. They need to start scoring some of these goals, getting the game back in their hands, because you know, like mental is just probably kicking in right now.
Yeah, this is Marco misses the dash punch, and Gumi hitting him with the clown. Not to my goat.
And not to my goat Marco. Bread's making a nice save on the other side. Just trying to keep, you know,
Gumi tossing him up a bit.
trying to keep this game as close as possible. As 3Z managing to find yet another kill as they do a crossplay here as Bread's hitting it 90 degrees upwards right into 3Z. Very scary situation as 3Z now sitting on Bread's, Naka carrying this ball forward, going back and forth, and I mean, it is tough to the side of Marco.
Oh, Marco. Marco is not warmed up this game. It seems like 3Z and...
Uh-oh.
3Z? 3Z? Now, I was about to compliment how good 3Z and Naka have been putting on the forward diff, but...
Man,
seems
you
like
can't even
they're a
think
little
about
too
it in your
hard.
head now.
No, not even internally. It's on. I mean, they're just getting a little too close to the edge, and the Naka hits it with another laser, just like the second goal was scored. They score another one. It is now 3-1. They are 2 goals away from taking this tournament home and being West Coast Whammy champions.
Yeah, and I mean, it is tough. You're level diff now. You're so far behind on a map like Split. Naka's running through everyone, but 3Z getting really low. But Marco just can't find the kills that he needs in this game. I mean, it is. They are just simply losing out on every part of this match. As they are simply trying as Marco. Oh, bit of a shot placement. Just barely misses
Marco.
that one. Not my
3Z
go.
and Naka is putting on such a dominant showing. 3Z is beating the shit out of Remix and Marco. Naka's been winning the mid super difficult. And no, Breads is not on his main. He's playing the Luna, and it is very clear that it is not his comfort pick.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a interesting pick, but I guess at the same time, you're trying to pick up the Luna just to get some damage, and as Marco almost gets that one in, just a little bit off.
Oh,
Naka
Naka
that
trying
back
to-
to Gumi.
Oh, Naka barely missing the laser. Oh, and Gumi solo kills Marco. Somehow, in some world, Gumi has been giving him the work. 3Z finds the double. Could this be the ace? Naka missing the shot, but 3Z putting it back in. One goal away from being the grand finalist champion of this tournament. And I don't see a way
Minute-
back in.
Minute 9 for, the side of Marco, and I mean, oh my god, Gumi's coming out of the net, and
Naka.
hitting it in to secure their win in West Coast Whammy #1. These are your champions. Demons
Yeah.
Raw.
Really good plays all around. Putting in good work. 3Z and Naka so dominant on the picks. And Marco and Rios were not able to keep up.
Yeah, and I mean that's a really tough game. If you're picking something like the Luna and you're not getting that damage to kill the X, he's just gonna live, inside of your team, and especially when you consider the fact that they have like the era to help him too, make him big, and he's taking build different. It is just mayhem on the map.
Yeah.
And pretty impossible to play.
Yeah, it is. There's just too much work coming in. And they were just doing way too much. Alright. I think we are going to get a winner's interview with Demon's Raw. Hop in Gumi's high elo mansion, and he's going to drag us in to their call. All right, what is up, Demon's Raw, champions of the West Coast Whammy, in a dominant fashion at that too? How do you feel?
Feels great to whip out the best pick in the game, Rune goalie, and
Really? Cause I mean my eyes must have deceived me last game, but I actually didn't see any Rune.
well, it's because
So here's the story. Here's the story. Let me paint you a little picture, Gravity.
Okay.
So
okay.
first game against this team, we lose, right? We play Kai. Next game, we ban Kai, play Rune, win. Next game, we ban Kai, play Rune, win. What do? They ban Rune. So Gumi had to step it up. Easy Dubu, easy X era, our one tricks, by the way, surely. And then we win the game. Easy game.
Yeah,
GG.
it's
see,
because
Gumi, was he was there, but the stars of that final series were definitely the forward duo, Breezy and Naka, absolutely dominating the finals. I mean,
Bro, this guy is such a Gumi hater. It's unreal.
I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, Naka was not giving them any room to breathe in the midfield, keeping the mid pressure up, maybe like 70% of the game. And we were talking about it last stream. The GOAT Marco was put on clamps by VX. I mean, Marco was dying game after game, and if you're shutting down the MVP Marco, there's not much that team can do.
True. Had him on a leash like I do in solo queue. Unlucky.
As unlike,
my god.
Do you think the Rune ban was the best ban? Do you think they should have maybe banned the X to stop?
I
Marco
I
from
mean,
getting
the
picked?
thing is, I was shitting on them on Julie when they were banning X when we were playing Rune, so it wasn't really a diff.
I mean, the thing is, they noticed the prio pick of the draft, which was Rune goalie, and they banned it out. So
Right.
it is what it is. It is the
It's
prio
fair.
pick.
It's fair play. They could have banned Naka's. See, the thing is, we have pools, right? We have oceans of champions, right? They ban Era. We just Gumi plays Rune, then Naka plays Kai. It's literally that simple. If they ban X, I just play Julie. It's literally that simple, man. Like, it's unbannable.
Deep pools of champions.
Yeah, they do these one tricks. You can't ban them all.
Yeah, exactly.
I managed to turn on my thinking cap to land the most difficult ability in the game to hit that last one. The Dubu roll, quite difficult to hit, in my opinion.
True.
Oh,
Actually.
God.
Yeah,
Base.
I mean, the only goal of the series I can remember is the goal that 3Z had on top of Gumi. Absolute
Yeah,
stuff.
I tried to X tech where I dash and redirect because I was getting tired of that puck being in there, so I did a little trolling.
Yeah,
Once
perfectly
again,
understandable.
just showing how Gumi's just kind of there in the match, to be honest.
Yep. True.
You guys are so funny.
Don't
Anyways,
honestly.
built different X. Any built different X enjoyers?
Yeah,
Surely it's good,
Cameron.
right?
Cameron is a built different X enjoyer.
I love
Not
Cameron.
here is the teammate of
Shout out to Cameron.
Daftgrass. I also am. I believe built different X is a pick that can be done. I don't know
Do a
if it's
bit of core
optimal,
controlling.
though.
I think I would put it right below Rune Goalie on the tier list.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
right below double F tier, right next to Rune Goalie. I don't know. I think built different actually has value. I think stuff like stacks and adrenaline rush do provide more value. But I do think built different is situational and
Yeah,
it
you can't
can
play
swing and
Adrenaline
miss.
Rush when you have no support. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's just not as
exactly.
good as built different.
When you're not played with like a Luna or something who's just amping out the damage, it's kind
And if
of.
I'm playing against Julie, I don't want to play stacks in case I die.
Yeah,
Or if you're
exactly.
playing with Rune Goalie, and then I can like banish pillar and you can finish it off.
Yeah,
I don't know what this random guy is talking about. Were you
So
even
the
there
Rune
last
Era
game?
X comp, it might be the new best comp in OS. No kizzy.
Yeah.
I am more of a
Truly.
Luna X enjoyer. I think Luna X is probably.
Luna X Estelle is good, but for us, Naka doesn't play Estelle, so we just play
I
Era
think
and we win.
X Drek is just better.
X Trek. I actually beat
X-Trek,
X Trek.
true.
Bells was playing X and Bomb was playing Drek, and we beat them in solo queue. No, it was
You
pretty
run
swag.
the double adrenaline rush with any impact goalie, and you mow everyone down over and over.
Yeah, they had
Imagine-
an Estelle goalie, and we beat them.
Oh, if they're playing
Interesting.
Rune Goalie with that pick, it's probably pretty.
Yeah, true. Actually,
Can we get
Alright,
this
let
random
me
guy
just-
out of the call? Who is this? I don't know.
Alright, I just
thanks
need
for
to
casting,
mute-
guys.
True.
That was
I
fun.
need to
Gravity, I think I'm
mute-
casting with you on the Vaughn tournament, by the way.
Oh, are you really? I thought I was with K-Bot.
I don't know. Vaughn told me I could cast, so he's gonna have to keep that promise. So one way or another.
You let me know because if you are, I have a list to send you.
Okay, I'll DM him. Make sure.
Yeah, let me know. Can we get Gravity out of the call? No. That's. I am the stream. If I leave the call, there's no more winners interview. There is no look what has happened. There is literally not a winners interview anymore. I am the winners interview. I am the stream.
Keyword winners.
Oh god, catch me on East Coast. Anyways, I mean, you guys got anything to say? Say to the stream?
Yeah, Gravity, catch me on a land. I will tower over you.
No, I'm 6'5", by the way, so literally not gonna happen. True, unless you're 6'6". In that case, I'm 6'7". So
I'm 6'8.5".
I'm 6'9". Anyway,
That's what I
That's-
do.
Uh, Lord,
looking
holy
a
shit.
little small over there. I'm actually towering over you from where I currently sit. Even sitting. Average Rune
Oh, this-
goalie player is at the height of 3'1". The
Well, I
IQ
have
of
to stand on top
5.
of a podium, so it's a bit unlucky.
Stand on top of a podium and still short. Unfortunate.
The
Well,
podium brings you up to 3-5.
Yeah,
Sure.
and this isn't the first West Coast Whammy that you guys have participated in, correct?
Yeah.
Well,
First.
This is
This
the
is the f-
first one. So
it's the
yeah.
first one at all. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, the
but
last
there-
West Coast tournament, yeah.
oh, okay.
The last tournament was not a West Coast whammy. It was a quadruple
the-
elimination West
Well, no,
Coast
there was
like
the
trial
prime
tournament.
tournament.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
the prime one.
I guess there
West-
was a prime
Okay.
tournament.
Wait, did you guys play in that one?
That
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
undefeated champions. We have not lost a West Coast tournament.
Yeah, Snake subbed in for me because I was on my laptop.
Yeah, no,
Uh-huh.
a bit of controversy about the last West Coast tournament, so maybe not a
What was the
true.
controversy?
Yeah, what was the controversy?
They didn't let you guys play grand finals.
Well,
Grand
yeah, 'cause
finals.
Oh,
Freezy
because the
can't
balls had to
wake up.
go. And this dude Threezy wasn't
Yeah,
there.
because I was on the other team and I was sleeping, bro. I was catching some.
No,
fatty
yeah,
Z's.
I know, but they had a sub, and they're like,
They did.
no,
They had
one
puppies.
sub, one sub only, one sub only. We're not
Oh,
playing
that
grand
rule.
finals of the tournament. That's why would we do
Oh yeah.
that?
All I'm
Right,
saying is we
that
rolled them
was-
once, we would have rolled them again.
I
Maybe
don't
that
know,
was me
man.
though. 40 FPS, 3Z can't
Yeah, if
hard.
the
Okay,
Reezy did not sleep into the whole tournament difference. That's right, with 3D wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Tournament. So,
I gotta do some push-ups. Hold on.
Gumi, are you a goalie player, by the way? I literally do not know.
No, I'm a Rune player.
This
Alright,
guy.
I'm
So you're a
actually
forward
just
player?
Gonna mute.
Yeah, when I play goalie, I play forward.
Yeah, it's gonna mute this random. I don't know who this is. This guy.
Get him out.
Was he? I don't think he was at this tournament today. Pretty sure it's
Yeah,
just
I
not
didn't see him
versus the
anywhere.
world.
And
I
if
don't
I
know.
did see him,
Surely,
I think I saw. I think he led in 5 goals.
That's
Sure.
what I said. I mean, And I'm just saying, when you were on the Estelle and the Dubu, the only goal scored on you was an own goal.
True. True.
And not
We
as
just had to craft a little leash for Mr. Marco.
Yep.
yeah.
All that Gravity Minecraft server practice came in clutch.
Simply
Oh,
simply
true.
play the cross and win the game.
I do think that we can probably start wrapping this up a little before we drag on for another half an hour talking about dumb shit.
Facts.
Yeah, no. So I mean, anything to say to the stream? I think I said something. I think I already said that.
You,
had
you
something to
said that
say.
exact
Yeah, I
thing
know, but it
5
clearly
minutes
didn't
ago,
go. It
and-
clearly did not
Yeah.
go anywhere.
Yeah, I've got something to say. Rah!
This
This guy.
This guy.
Wow.
Rah! Demons raw!
Wait, I have something to say. I have something to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rune goalie has the mid.
So this guy's muted, so you don't need to hear this rant. Anyways, this is going to be the end of the broadcast. Happy that you guys all joined us for the first official West Coast Whammy ever. More in the future. I believe this tournament is going to be weekly every Saturday, if Jati can confirm that.
Bi-weekly.
No,
Bi-weekly.
Every
Every
other
other Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday. It's today is Sunday.
Fuck you. Anyways, it will. It may or may not happen on my stream again. I'm down for it. So, if you
I
guys
hope you learned to use OBS before then.
I will not learn how to use OBS then. Now we're getting used to it. The next West Coast Whammy production value is going to be through the roof. We'll all be there, and it's going to be a banger of a tournament, you know. So, anything daft, Kiachi, you gotta say?
I hope your technology use evolves from a 6-year-old to a 7-year-old.
And now there's 2 people muted in the call. Wow, good thing we don't. Anyone got anything else to say before we go?
Yeah, I mean, I guess next week. The 18th will be like probably the final one for a while because the New Year is on the 1st. So, the New Year's Day is a Sunday. So,
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we do have 18th, then it's going to be break, and then the game's going to get shut down for a bit. Hey, maybe a mobile-only tournament coming to a place near you.
Surely.
Surely not.
No, surely. And then like maybe everyone can have bad ping. We can do an East versus West. That'll just be a stomp anyways. So this is it. No room goalie players on the East Coast.
Yeah, Era's a pretty bad character. Don't play her.
Oh,
Super
don't-
bad.
True. Couldn't have set up better myself.
F tier
That's
character.
quadruple F tier. Kind of good on the midfield.